Welcome to Permacult Memories podcast. I am Lance, or Jelly, or Prince, as most Pembroke people know me. And my co-host is Philip, or Any, or NFL, as most Pembroke people know him. And both of us are from Pembroke Avenue. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore how Pembroke, a small community in the Kingston 20 area, surrounded by Joesland, just across Washington Boulevard, Marvalley, Trucks Garden, or Francis Land as I know it, Arlene Garden, Patrick City, just across the Sandy Gully, became the epicenter of football or soccer for some people in Jamaica in the early 1970s. Pembroke was also home of some of the most legendary musicians and entertainers of that era. I was still going to Pembroke Primary when every single Sunday a triple header was played at the original ball ground at the intersection of Pembroke Avenue, Pembroke Drive, now Kennel Drive. One morning match and two evening match was played to a capacity crowd. These teams, Patosi Rovers, Carawina, Asphalt, Covey, El Furto, and Dreads, was joined by Marvalley Uenden to play in the Pembroke Corner League football tournament. And every baller in Jamaica at the time wanted to play in a Pembroke Corner League to showcase them skills as the first officially organized Corner League football tournament in Jamaica. In this conversation, we hope to capture the memories of players, supporters, and any members of the Pembroke community, male or female, who want to come and share their stories. Your feedback and support will be greatly appreciated on whatever social media platform you might be listening, and thanks in advance. Go, alright, ready? Today is Saturday, August 20th, 2022. And welcome back to another conversation about Pembroke memories. Me, as usual, Jelly, our Prince, our Lance, as most Pembroke people know me. And my co-host today is Philip, or any foul, as most Pembroke people know him. Our guest today moved to Pembroke in 1961 and played a whole heap of football for Pembroke with other Pembroke legends like Buckner, Skelly, Platier, Big Plats as we call them. And a UNN man who key for Pembroke in the 70s, Brady, when Pembroke had the All Manning and All Costa team, I keep for them at the same time. But we're going to make this man going on his story because it better him tell the story more than me I try to remember the story. So welcome, Norman, Nicky Nicholson. Introduce yourself, Nicky. If I call you Nicky, I go forward.
Yeah, man. So my correct name is Norman Nicholson, but everybody in Permacult and Seabar know me as Nicky. Mm-hmm. I moved to Permacult in 1962 from Melcare Street in Jonestown, mm-hmm. Where my father had a tenement yard. Mm-hmm. And when I came to Carawina Avenue in 62, it was like, empty, mm-hmm. and with lot numbers and all that. But it was cool, So that different environment from Jonestown. So we're happy to come to Permacult and stuff like that. But
we are getting that. We are getting that. Make Phil introduce yourself back.
Yeah, man. This is none other than Philip Any, a.k.a. Any Fowl or Philip, originally from Pembroke Avenue. And I'm the co-host of the program. And I want to welcome Nicky to the program this week.
Yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
All right, Nicky.
No problem.
So before getting that, when you say move from Pembroke in 1962, that's the year I born. Yeah. Move to Pembroke 64. Okay. How old were you when you moved to Pembroke? How old were you? Sorry.
I was 4 years old now. Mm-hmm. But I have vivid memories, even though I was a little bit young.
I'm just going to say, if some man so small, remember that move there?
Yeah, man. For some reason, I have vivid memories of the move and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, so tell me how that going on. Some of the memories I remember then, the early days, yeah.
Well, I remember moving from Melcare Street. Matter of fact, I remember the time I spent in Melcare Street because I moved to Melcare Street from my grandfather's house in Irishtown, Red Light. And then I remember we spent some time at Melchior Street, and then eventually we moved to Permacult, and that was in 1962. Matter of fact, shortly after we moved to Permacult, not too long after that, we had a wicked storm, Flora.
Yeah.
And at the time, Permacult wasn't so well organized with drainage. And lots of houses got flooded out, man. Them time, the Sandy Gully wasn't built as yet. So it was just as flat land from the back to Permacult houses and Carwina, straight over to well, matter of fact, it wasn't so flat. I think there was a little gully between the back of the houses on Carwina to Patrick City.
Yeah, where they built the original gully, where the big Sandy Gully built now. Gully. Yeah.
So there wasn't proper drainage, so the houses them flood out. I remember my mother and I and my cousin, we walked through and look at all the homes that were flooded out in some really massive way, man. So I do remember that.
But I want to tell you something, Nicky, don't cut you. You see, that's how we get our house at Permacult, Calbeck Avenue, When the Flora come through, I said that's Sam that the name, 63. People care about the money go give the people my build the house. And I saw my old man and they get the house. Could have paid up on the house at Calbeck Avenue. Because where I always live, I go to run behind the house at Calbeck Avenue. Me and Phil live at Calbeck Avenue. So I go to run behind the house. And I go there, wash the whole place, and man, the things that will come again. So I saw me get to our house. That's how we get to our house.
Okay, I got you. I knew that gully,
Panic mode.
Go ahead, Phil.
Everybody hit panic mode.
What do you mean?
The people that were there, it's like you said, you don't want to live in a flood zone.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Exactly right. So you got that. When you say that, Nicky, that trigger my memory, and I said, my old people them talk about that. So Yeah.
And I think in the mid-60s now, they started to build a Sandy Gully. And it was, as a child, a boy picnic. It was just amazing to watch them build, man, because them use the big grader and the caterpillar
the backhoe them
the thing that scoop up the dirt. So that's what they use, and they scoop up the dirt. Every day them come and scoop the dirt and build a wide trench. And after them build a wide trench now, then I came back and them put on the concrete walls at the bottom and the sides. Mama, look up my virgin that lived down at Babylon.
Yeah, me on the tile.
I think Prince might have referenced to Babylon in his conversations. So my friend used to live down his house. He was the son of Babylon's sister.
And for the record, Nicky, Babylon, that sounds like a Chinese name, is it?
No. They're not Chinese. African.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay. One away. Yeah.
But these are some reputable family, Babylon is the brother for Dr. Henry Lowe.
So okay.
Yeah, Henry Lowe, yes.
Yeah, man. Develop the treatment of cancer with the weed.
Right. From marijuana. Yeah. So he was integral in developing the eye drops for glaucoma from marijuana and also some treatment for cancer.
So them used to live at Permacult, Nicky? Them used to live at Permacult?
Yes. So
okay.
They lived 2 houses down from my house. On the other side of the street.
Hold on, Nicky. For the record, which part of Carwina? What number Carwina used to live?
I lived at 58 Carwina.
And that at which part? In the middle reference.
58 Carwina is 1, 2, 3, is 5 houses up from Pinnacle Close.
Pinnacle Close. Okay, Pinnacle Close on the bottom
on the same side of Pinnacle Close.
Pinnacle Close and the first close when you buck up, when you come down Carwina.
Yeah, so if you come down Carwina and you come to Pinnacle Close, and you start counting 5 houses up on the right-hand side, going towards the top of Carwina as you go towards the Kenil Drive. That's my house.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that I like probably in the region a Snape's Pastry, but behind Snape's Pastry.
No. No, it's the other direction now.
I come closer towards the football field where the terminus there.
Yeah, come up towards the football field.
Okay, I got you.
So closer to the corner with the garage, where carry them garage in there.
Yeah.
I'm closer to, now around there, Mike used to live, Phil.
But Mikey live when you come around the bend, just before you come out on the drive.
Mikey live on Carwina too?
Yeah, but like, you see from the drive, Mikey, them about 3 or 4 houses in on the left-hand side.
Yeah, Nicky might know Mikey too.
Tell me the first name.
Michael
Stewart and Patrick Stewart.
Oh, yeah, man.
Their mother used to run a bar.
They live, when you come around the bend now, as you head towards Kenil Drive, they live on that part of Carwina.
Yeah.
So they live on the handle.
Right, exactly. Well,
they live on the handle. They live 2 houses from the corner.
Right, exactly. Like 2 to 3 houses from the corner.
Yeah. And so they came there early too, because I grew up knowing that their family. But let me just continue about Dr. Lou.
Yeah, man, go on. We come back to Mikey and because I have something to say about that. Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, so Dr. Lou is a person that I kind of admired as a kid growing up, because, when I was a little boy watching him and listening to his mother tell the development of his academic life, coming up. So it was so interesting and refreshing to hear how well he was progressing, And so he became one of my role models, So, and he had a sister that went to Excelsior. And we used to spend time together at nighttime with, when she was going over schoolwork and stuff. So those people, they gave me the kind of impetus to take academics seriously, So as a kid coming up, I took my schoolwork pretty seriously. Even though I don't play ball, still took the book seriously.
Got inspired by them people there?
Yes, was really inspired by, because for example, now Mara, who was his sister, she was one of the first person who went to high school on the Avenue.
Who that? Repeat that, Nicky. Who for name that?
His sister, Dr. Enrolo's sister, which was a younger child to him.
Yeah.
He was one of the first person that went to high school on the Avenue.
Upon Carwina.
Yeah, because that was in the mid-60s.
And that before free education come around in the 1970s, and Michael Man the bus the gate, before that, yeah. So so as a kid growing up, you watch these people and you just get inspired, because they were doing things that was not just a norm. No.
Because not much people was going to good secondary high school at the time,
Not much people are color, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So now the money you have to pay for go to school and all of that. Yes.
And now he was living on Carolina too, but I think he got a scholarship and he went to the University of Sydney in Australia, and that's where he did his studies.
That's a far came back study, right?
Yeah. So he was.
Yeah, I remember Harvey did end up this too.
Yeah.
I remember Sydney or England.
No, somewhere in Australia. Yeah, man, him go to Australia too.
That's
an next record. Continue, Nicky.
Yeah, so he came back and he went to CAST, and I think that's where he stayed for a long while, and he was a part of the faculty at CAST. Matter of fact, when I went to pharmacy school at Cass, he was still part of the faculty. Matter of fact, I remember one time he came in to substitute for, I think, our physics lecturer. And he never remember me anyway, but I remember him coming in and the man started to talk about quantum mechanics and all this rubbish. But but that's him, because
that's how brilliant he was.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah.
So I always remember that. This man come in class, give us a lecture on quantum mechanics. So interesting, man. But
I never know. I didn't print at all. I won't print about him, because you're right.
Yeah.
Never know the man. Pembroke Hall have them pretty good. I didn't know that at all.
Yeah. So, I'm a big scientist now.
Yeah.
Involved in some very important studies and developments, like prostate cancer and all them stuff.
So them people inspire Nicky. Go ahead, so I give a question.
Yeah. And people inspire me, because it was just so refreshing to see how them take them work seriously.
Kind of just play football. Although Permacult became a football thing. I'll get into that because I know you get interested in football. Yeah.
No, but took the thing seriously, man.
The school work.
Because I was in sixth form when I played Malin. When I played Malin Cup, I was in sixth form. Matter of fact, I started the music too, but I drop music.
Yeah.
We play the piano.
Yeah.
But the thing is now is that music practice was in the evening. Study for O levels was in the evening. And Manning Cup practice was in the evening. Because I start training for Manning Cup from the 74 team. So I was in fifth form at the time. When I was in fourth form, so I practiced for the 74 team, 75 team, and I made it 76. But Manning Cup practice was always in the evening. So music, studying, and Manning Cup in the evening. So it just no way we could do all three. So we dropped the music. But I went far in music still, because there were 8 grades from the Royal School of Music. And I got up to grade 5 when I quit. So sometimes I regret what I did, but things happen. You can't regret where you did.
So many hours in the
Just move on.
Repeat that, Phil. Nicky over here. Repeat that, Phil.
No, man, there's only so many hours in the day, so there's only so much
exactly.
Time.
Yeah.
So Permacult, based on what I said, Permacult was a unique place, Nicky. You come from Jonestown. I moved to Permacult, and I say it's a special place because you're among some real top class people, and it's like me never know Permacult have them deep histories. I'm kind of glad you come and express that to me.
Yeah, man. The thing is, and you experienced it also, and experience it also. And I think what happened the first time I heard the podcast that you guys did, I was so impressed, because the thing is, I could feel the same emotions that you guys had about Permacult. And I had the same emotions too about Permacult. Because I consider Permacult to be a very, very special place with some unique, serious families that lived in Permacult. It was I can't find the words to express what it was like with these families, but you could have feel there was
special
a genuine sense of pride. Not only pride, but a sense of respect and love, and the way they cared for their kids, and the kind of values that they encourage their kids to be brought up with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And this was for almost the majority of the families in the area.
Yeah, it was
a true
very respectable, well brought up units,
mm-hmm.
you know,
mm-hmm.
and that's what impressed me about Permacult.
Mm-hmm.
Not just it's the individuals who made it what it was.
Yeah, man. It was a community, Nicky. It was a community.
And you could feel it, you could sense it, and you could see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a true representation of community, brother.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
It was.
Yeah, me and Phil experienced it because we grew up at Calbeck Avenue, and I just said it was more the sports salon. It was like everything, Nicky. It's like you know, your parents have not just for play ball alone and a football scholarship. They must say no, man. Education is a must. Oh, yeah. So well, Nicky, tell me what some of the other people me talk about well known from like the Lows them, Dr. Henry Lowe, as I say. What some of the other people me know upon Carolina when you come at Permacult in 1960. In the 1960s, maybe just broaden it out. Not just 64 alone.
Well, you had the Dailies who live at the corner of Carolina and Cardiff Hall.
Mm-hmm.
You had the Williams who live beside them,
and
the Williams, their son was the cricketer. What's his name again?
Oh,
Shotgun.
Basil Williams, really?
Basil Williams.
I don't even know that. Same parents, really. Can you come live at Permacult in the 80s back, you know, when they make West Indies team? Yeah, man, he came back live at Permacult. But go ahead, I never know that. Yeah,
man. So sometimes when Basil, he may come and practice on the street in batting practice, and you know, the kid play around with them and stuff. And yes, he grew up with all these people, you know.
Yeah.
You know, that was of significance and importance in the country. It coming like nothing because you know he's just a regular.
A regular neighbor. I come back to them and play cricket. Yeah.
But that's how it was, you know. And across from them was the Huttons, and beside the Huttons was the son who had a printing shop. Nobody, I don't think most people knew that, but he had a printing shop in the back of the yard.
A Carolina. I think I know the printing shop you had that, man. I know you had that. Yeah.
So all of that was going on at Carolina Avenue. Most people don't realize what was going on, but all those things was going on, you know. And then you have Scarrow, brother, down, couple of those doors down from them. Him did the bodywork thing.
Yeah, man, Scarrow. And for the record, what's Scarrow right name? Because Scarrow is a Permacult legend, you know. What's Scarrow right name?
Oh, I know the last name is Reed.
Roots are here to send me a correction. No worry.
I cannot remember him first name.
I don't know Scarrow right name.
No, that me definitely don't know, but me know say them man that cornerstone, because that garage did a long time.
Yeah,
but enough man learn trade they say now.
Yeah,
man. Yeah. Because Baba Shah used to go work on that time to Scarrow.
Yes.
Baba, and, Sharky, yeah.
And Bowley father used to do the welding for almost everybody who have grilled and Permacult.
Who that, Bowley?
You know?
Yeah, I remember that name better, Nicky. I remember that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring up some memories.
Bowley father make almost every grill and Permacult.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody who have burglar bar.
Yeah. Everybody have a start burger bar the most, yeah.
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 And you had enough teachers.
Yeah, that's another thing. Again, Permacult full of teachers, too. Yeah.
Yeah, you had enough teachers.
Yeah.
You know, professors and stuff like that.
So, but by the way, Nicky, did you have any brothers and sisters when you moved from a Permacult?
No, I didn't have any. I had a cousin that I grew up with.
Okay.
I do have a sister, but I never grew up with her.
Okay, I got you. You were like an only child when you come to Pembroke Hall then.
Pretty much,
Yeah, man, I hear you. Understood.
Yeah,
Understood.
but he had friends, you know.
No, me understand.
He was no brothers.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, understood.
Yeah.
But now I got to go to Pembroke Hall and I have friends.
Lots of friends, exactly. Not them time, exactly.
Yeah, man.
If I also have 2 or 3 brother and sister, we are gonna know. You either go school with them or them go school. Yeah. But me ask you something about a Pembroke Hall letting them say, because I'm gonna move into the football a little now. Which part the Briscoe them used to live? Because a well-known Pembroke Hall name that, you know.
The Briscoe them live now upon a punch upon them live pan?
No, man, around Carwina them live, man. When Anglesey or something.
No, they never live on Carwina, you know.
What do you mean? The Briscoe them never live on Carwina originally?
No. I think a punch upon them live pan.
So they moved to Carwina after a while?
No, they never lived on Carwina. They lived may I try to remember the name of the street they live on now, but I can't. Okay. I can't give you an idea.
I think a punch upon our last Quinnet, one out of them 2.
So all them get associated with
no.
Yeah, go ahead, Nicky.
Which let me tell you which one it is now. Okay. You see the avenue beside Anglesey?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I know you're talking Chippenham or something like that.
Chippenham name?
Yeah, we run directly behind the plaza.
It run parallel to Permacult Drive. Chippenham Avenue, I think.
They live on the avenue between Anglesey and gosh, I can't.
I know the road you talk, man. That road run parallel to the one beside the pastry shop. I know you talk. On the Cardiffal. Cardiffal are the first one.
Okay. Cardiffal run from Pembroke Drive to Carwina. It's short. But listen, Chippenham. Yeah, Chippenham start. They say Marlemont Avenue was the side of the pastry shop.
Okay. That's what I name them I try to remember. Marlemont.
Yeah.
Yes. I name them I try to remember. Yeah.
You see, if you leave the pastry shop and you go towards Marlemont, but you don't turn on Marlemont, you just go straight on that avenue. The avenue
but the Marlemont run directly off of the
drive onto Carwina. Yeah, man.
Right. Okay.
Parallel to Cardiffal. Listen.
You're going to Marlemont. So you're going to Marlemont, right?
Yeah.
From the drive. And you make first left.
That's a Chippenham.
And then if you go on Chippenham now, your first right.
Yeah.
That's the street that Raleigh lived on.
I don't remember the name of the road.
Lived on the same street.
I know you talk. I don't remember the name of the road.
Craig lived at the top on the right hand side, and Raleigh lived on the bottom on the left hand side.
Who live at the top? Craig. Yeah.
Yeah, Carter Street, they go back down to Carwina.
Yeah, man, I know you talk. I don't remember the name of the road, but I'm going to call and correct and tell the name of the road. I don't remember. I know exactly what you talk, Nicky. Exactly what you talk.
I think a punch.
No, man, punch. Patosi. Patosi last minute. Yeah.
I can't
between Plumstead and Patosi.
I don't remember the name of the road. But someone I got to tell you, no worry. Somebody I come correct when I'm telling you. So, that's where Briscoe them live, because his mother teach at the school. His father work with my father at JBC. And Raleigh a big man for you. Because Raleigh was big man for you too, Nicky.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So, I could get to know that then. Because Carwina, the original Carwina, man. Because the whole other section there, even though them exactly from Carwina, everybody live on the ends there, Carwina them represent.
Exactly.
You see what I said? Every man live on the side of Permacult, we run parallel.
I never know why Raleigh adopted the name Carwina, but that's what he did.
Even them never live on Carwina. Well, through Carwina run the whole length of the place. Carwina is a long road. Yeah. So, when you first listen to the podcast now, man, Nicky, and you come on and you say, are the first time you heard rest of the world and Bruce Benson rest of the world, I never know that team exists at all. And you talk to me the other day after and I said, boy, the best team ever played for Permacult kind of league.
That's a legendary team, man.
But before we get into that, have you have memories of when the Corner League started? I know it's sad. I remember I get Raleigh to come tell me that.
Well, I tell you something. Best you ask Raleigh, because I do have memories of watching the first early games, but I don't know the history behind how it actually got started.
Yeah, well, the Raleigh I forgot to talk about that. The roots line them up.
But I do remember watching it early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So all right,
because because many people don't remember the rest of the world, but I do.
I remember. Listen, Nicky. When Roots called and he met me last about 2 weeks ago when it just start. I mean, like older than Phil. Me about 3 years older than Phil. Not by much. And I never hear the name at all. So I said, right, the rest of the world. So tell me about that. Tell me about that team there. I will remember about that team there. Who played on that team?
I tell you, this is the first kind of league team I fell in love with.
Yeah.
Because they had some really good players.
Mm-hmm.
They were good. I mean, quality. I can't remember the name of the players now, but the team, I remember watching them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so beautiful to behold the ball that they played. And then I can remember certain individuals.
Yeah.
And one individual that stood out to me was a man they called Ita.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I knew him as a friend of the Lows because he was a very good friend of the Lows. I would call him Ita.
I remember that name.
Gosh, I can't remember his
Ita.
name.
I just can't picture him face. I don't know what you're talking. Yes. So continue.
I think I'm Maki.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm Maki. Yeah. But Ita that was the name that most people at the ballpark called him as.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling him, if he was from Waterhouse actually.
Mm-hmm.
The man could have played a ball, man. He had a unique way of playing. It was not conventional. It was very unconventional. But it was effective and it was pretty and it was very enjoyable to watch.
So what position am I playing, Nicky?
Right wing.
Right wing. Okay, I think I sent off him
right
with my eat a man food, yeah.
Right instead of the goal, kick to the goal towards Calbeck.
Yeah, no, it's true of the name Eater Nicky. I said, boy, maybe that center where I eat enough man food. So what?
Maki we used to call him. But if memory serve me right, I think I know you came up knowing that there was a fence by the gully.
No man, when I watch the fence come off, the fence come afterwards, Nicky. When I watch it originally, the fence come after man. The fence come long afterwards to eat. Yeah.
Well, I tell you something. If memory serves me right, I think one time he shifted the man and it up in the gully.
Yeah, man, I know.
That's enough, man.
Man, up in the gully. Maya said, Darby in the gully, man. Danny Maya said, Darby in the gully. Roots are what a man are going to the gully too. So, a regular thing that, Nicky. That's a... The fence probably put up a prevent man from flying at the gully field.
Well, I thought to contain the crowd, because remember said that is a place where they get busy, you know.
Yeah.
And then through the bar, them used to have a 5 man in the gully. But
right.
The bar going there so often. Them just want a man down there for throw out the bar when it go down.
Right.
Yeah. So Nicky, what happened? I mean, why Western World was last 1 year? How come they not last?
I don't remember what happened, you know. I don't remember what happened. But you know, say, Big Uncle, he was on Western World too.
Yeah, and Big Uncle right him, I think Richard McDonald, that's a log. So Big Uncle is older or younger than log?
I think he's younger now. I think he's younger. I think so.
And for the record, I could have called Log right name. Howard McDonald and his brother Richard McDonald. Yes. Big Uncle and Log as Permacult.
And there was another guy. He played midfield.
Who that?
His name was Soji, I think. But Roots might correct me on the one day. But he was good. Yeah, but I think he had some mental problems after that too.
I remember I sold it. I remember the name that for the same soldier, but I remember the name that was Nicky. I remember the name.
Yeah. He was good, man. But he never played much ball after that because I think he had some mental problems after that.
Yeah. So you grew up watching man they play Nicky. When was the first time
man.
You lace up your boots and I said, boy, you gotta start play some ball for yourself.
No, guess what now? Let me tell you how it started. The first time I was introduced to soccer was by Pregs.
That's for the right name. Give the man the right name, you know. Leslie Thompson.
Leslie Thompson.
Exactly.
Yo, you know, long me away Pierre man talk about Pregs. He was the captain for Carolina, you know.
Pregs and I was in the same class at Permacult Primary.
Okay.
So one Friday, me know him get the courage, but him get the courage to ask Miss Thompson, who was our teacher at the time, or form teacher, to let us. It was a Friday evening, and him asked her to let us go into the playground and play football, and she said yes. I can't believe it because Miss Thompson was strict.
Yeah. She was the vice principal at Pembroke Primary. Yes.
Man, she was a good teacher, but she was strict, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know how him get the courage for ask her, and I don't know what happened that day. What kind of mood she was in? Why she was in such a good mood to say yes, and she said yes. So I remember us going out into the playground. It was kind of a gravel type thing.
And this had a playground over the primary school.
It was gravel type thing.
And them time there for the record, Nicky, no fence divide the primary school and the secondary school.
No.
Exactly.
Them times there, it was just straight walk through the open land.
Yeah, man.
Because it was an open land where the field is right now.
Yeah.
Over secondary school, it was an open land. When you're going home, you just walk straight across.
Yeah, man, the fence never built at time. I remember that.
Right. Right. So we just went to the playground, and all I can remember was just us kicking around and carrying on, like wild and just chase the ball and kick the ball and everything, So that's my first experience with football. But Leslie now, because him lived close to Raleigh, Raleigh was into soccer.
Yeah, man, yes.
He was much more advanced into playing soccer.
Yeah, man, yeah.
So he wanted to kind of introduce his game to us. This game that he fell in love with. He was trying to introduce it to us. So he asked her. She said yes. So anyway, Michael Slash, who was the brother of
Cynthia Slash.
Cynthia Slash and Clyde Slash. Clyde Slash played minor league with Maya, and Phil was the brother of Thunder. Phil was
a brother, yes. Phil.
Oh my gosh, he was an amazing player, man.
Yeah.
I used to remember when they used to play minor league. I used to be at the football field every evening watching them because they were so good. Anyway, Michael Slash now and his brother Phil and some of the guys on Pembroke Close used to kick around and play soccer. And so after my introduction with Leslie, I used to go, something? I think Gene Lowe also, Gene Lowe, which was the brother of Henry Lowe. He used to go to the football field and play, and him kind of introduced it to us on Carolina. I think after I started Permacult Primary now, I started to go to Pembroke Close to hang out with Mike them and play. And that's where I started to develop some sort of game.
Your skill, yeah.
But my first love for the game started from one evening. Gene Lowe took me to the soccer field. It was a Sunday evening.
And which soccer field them carry? The one up at the bar where the terminus there?
The main one.
Yeah, man. The original one.
The main one.
Yeah.
So he took me to the soccer field, and when we got there was this player juggling the ball by himself in the middle of the field. It was a juggle, so. And from where we are from Carwina, we spot him till we get to the football field. All in the ball not drop yet.
Ball not touch the ground. Yeah.
No. Not touch the ground. And the ball upon him tie to him feet, to him chest, to him head, and Mr. Guan so. So eventually now, Gene walked me over to him, and eventually him stopped, and Gene introduced me to him. And I was just so impressed.
Overawed by that
with the grace of the man as a baller.
Yeah.
It's just so graceful. And this person was Patrick Pato Tweets.
Hold on there. I'm glad you bring up that man the name, you know. I hear him not, you know, because to me, a Pembroke original big baller that, you know. Pato Tweets, you know. Yes.
The first one, that one.
Yeah, man, the first big baller from Pembroke. In my mind, a 6 baller Pembroke produced, where if them never come from Pembroke or Jamaica, they would have legend at Real Madrid or Barcelona. Yeah, Pato Tweets, Doc McKenzie, Danny Meyer,
Macam.
And come on, the younger man, them now, yeah, talk about Tony Wills, Tony Gar. And then the other two younger ones, Carlton Briscoe and Dan Messi Wilmot. Them 6 man there, and that's my opinion. Them man they could have make any team anywhere worldwide. I'm glad you mentioned Pato Tweets because you're right. But continue, Nicky,
Yes. So the person was Patrick Pato Tweets. And he was just so gracious, you know, soft-spoken.
I am that,
friendly.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And just an amazing personality, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just so impressed with him, man. Not only as in ball skills, but in personality.
Yeah.
And in graciousness, you know?
Yeah, man. So a big man. I enjoyed, yes. Because I look up to him now. Yes.
Yes. So when Gene introduced me to him, it was, let me know, say, he was a Cavaliers player because the time was playing for Cavaliers.
Yeah. Original Cavaliers, man. Yeah.
And then I found out, because at the time I wasn't, at the time when I got introduced to him, I wasn't going to Permacult Primary as yet. I was going to Marvel Primary. But when I was going to Marvel Primary, now one of my best friends was Chummy Tweets.
That a Pato younger brother, yes. Yeah.
So when I was introduced to Pato, I didn't even know say him and Chummy was brother. So it was just after the fact now I found out that my best friend is Pato's brother. Yeah, so that's where my love for soccer started.
For the ball, yes.
Yeah.
That's some introduction, Nicky, because if you get introduced, it's great. Because you're right, when you look on Pato, the skill of Pato did have, man. And with everybody see you say, a Cavaliers Pato a player.
Yeah.
But them, Jelly, you have to remember, say, most of the time when you go up at Clydesdale, you know, it's him that was in the middle of the street that dropped the ball.
Same way, right. Because him
I remember the keeping up was a good way of mastering
the skill.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're absolutely correct. Because that's how I developed. Apart from, there's 2 things that really helped me. You see the scrimmaging?
Yeah.
Trust me, man. May I always tell you to scrimmage, that close contact playing.
Yeah. You have to be creative.
It develop your game tremendously. Because the close quarters, quick thinking, good judgment, and accurate passing. Yes. So scrimmaging with those guys, and it develop your muscles to deal with the different rigors of playing on the pitch with the ball, and shielding, and getting your leg strength, and all of that. It really helps. And apart from that, now, what I used to do was just juggle. Sometimes just juggle upon the one foot. For example, I started to juggle on the left foot because my left foot I'm right-handed. So I used to practice juggling. I used to carry my ball. And at night time, Pankawina, I disturb the neighbors them. And I pick a juggling I go on with on the street. You see. And that's how I developed my game, man.
For the record, Nicky, when the people know say at Carwin at them time we're not on a street light.
Good. No, I tell you something now. We did.
Okay,
that's the reason I could do it.
Carwin never had a street light. Maybe I don't remember.
Oh, yes, you guys never did. But Carwin did have street light.
Yeah.
I lived right across. One was right in front of my house.
And that street light, okay.
Yes. So that's what helped me as a kid coming up. Because me used to drug at night time. late the night.
All night. Well, we never have a privilege. Maybe that's why I was skilling by develops a good field. We have the night back.
Then
So
I
that's why I end up now.
the thing for the agenda.
Yeah. So I end up now, for most teams I played for, nobody was not afraid to use me either at left back or right back because I was able to use both feet.
You practice with the 2 foot them. Yeah.
So when I went to Calabar, I still wasn't a good player.
Mm-hmm.
I was like still a novice.
Average, yeah.
Yeah, but I think I started a lot of scrimmaging with them guys. And over the summer, second form over the summer, and third form over the summer, I played a lot of soccer. Mm-hmm. And at this time now, I started going to the big field. Mm. And that's where I met Raga Roy Judah. We used to call him Michael. I mean, right across from the football field, a couple of doors down from Scava. And I used to play with him, Michael, Paul McCarthy, and Edu, and Peter Grant, mm-hmm. and them guys. I used to play with the summer, and Bunny, and Lester, and them guys. And nighttime I play scrimmage, panda, drive, mm-hmm. in front of the field. No scrimmaging. So over the summer for first form and second form, all them scrimmaging and playing on a big field. Mm-hmm. Again, really, really start to develop.
Develop your skill, yeah.
Yeah. And then by the time I got to third form now, I was able to make the Cold squad. Mm-hmm. I never met a team, but I was on a squad. Mm-hmm. Them actually won Colts that year. Mm. And then...
So Pregs that play for the Colts team there?
Pregs, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think Pregs did play in the Colts team.
And Brady, that school at the time, I played on a Colts team at all.
I think Brady was, I can't remember, Mm-hmm. I think so. And then the 2000 brothers was on the team too.
Yeah, I remember the music about Permacult Drive, I think too.
Yeah, him,
Permacult Drive, their father had the hardware store. You remember the hardware store? Over the same like open place where the shopping center was with Snape's pastry.
Yeah.
I think they lived at the time. I think they lived either Meadowbrook or Evandale.
Okay, but the hardware store on Permacult Drive in front of the school, yeah.
So that's why I used to always see them down there because them come sometime to visit the father and stuff like that.
With them that Calabar with you?
Yes.
Yeah, man, I got you. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. So by the time I reached third form now, my games get to a really decent level. And then before you know it, I was playing minor league. I played minor league maybe 2 or 3 years, I think.
Permacult?
Yeah.
So tell me some of the man who you play with on a minor league team.
Man, we had a good team, man.
Because, hold on, Nicky, before you go into that, were you aware that Permacult had won minor league in 1968?
I never knew that team so well, mm-hmm. but I heard about it.
Okay.
I started watching minor league now in a more conscious way after that team.
You're right.
Maya,
Understood.
And Clyde Slash and Georgia Girl, that's Phil Wall.
Oh yes, that's it's good doing him.
But he was a good player, man. He was bad.
That Thunder brother, yes. Thunder brother. Yeah, I know exactly that. I used to play for Permacult Major League team, the Phil, yes.
But they had a good team, man. It was a really good team. I used to love watching them, Mm-hmm. And Clyde Slash, I used to love watching them.
Hold on, Nicky. I made a slip past, Nicky. I mentioned the name, Phil, remember that name, the Georgia Girl Fruit Store?
Yes. That's where used to work. Yeah.
Yeah, man, as a call the name, Nicky, I remember it.
So much memories, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one of the objectives of this,
Yeah, yes. Man, to start memory I had about I said, yes. Because I used to run the ad on TV, I said, Georgia Girl, True Store. I said, yes. And they called one by the nickname, I said, yeah.
Back to school place, that thing, Jelly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, man, no Phil, yeah. Yeah, same way.
Woolworth.
Yeah. And time so. Sorry, Nicky, continue. Go ahead.
So the minor league team now, man. The minor league team that I was most impressed with was the one that Bobby Fire had coached. It was a good team.
And who did on that team there?
I'll tell you the story, but it was myself, Pregs, Sample,
Richard Sample,
and Paul McCarthy in the back line, Brad in the goal. Diego.
Yes, that's a long T younger brother.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
And Aki, rest in peace.
Peter Atkinson from Wayne, yes, and Calabar, yes. And his father was principal for Calabar one time. Yeah, man, yeah.
Yeah.
Which other name you call it, Nicky? Which other name you call after Aki?
After Aki, well, me never.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry, go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. So, up front now, you are that guy that started training with us, but never actually played with us. But to me, he was one of the best young ballers that came with the Permacult that never played. Hurrying.
Yes. I remember that. You didn't know part was say right beside Wales them. That was one of the best. You're right, Nicky.
He lived on the drive, you know.
Yeah, on the drive, right the corner part was yes.
On the wheels them.
Yeah, man. Know exactly that one. That you the skill.
Was so talented.
Yeah, man. Know exactly that.
Ima Roddy used to play center forward.
What's Roddy that now? Roddy Thomas?
Roddy Thomas.
Yeah,
from
man. And for the record, that's not the singer Roddy Thomas in there. That's Ginger.
I'm able to tell you from my personal experience, because I was in the team and I was in practice every evening. Orion was better than Roddy.
Yeah, man. Orion is good, man. Remember Orion? Yes. Yeah.
But Orion was better than Roddy. Trust me. It's just that people never got a chance to watch Orion play.
Yeah.
They never did because he went away. Before the season started, he migrated. It was so sad, man.
Yeah, man, that was skillful, Phil. I know exactly that time.
But Jelly, what for them can't hear this now and reach out to
Yeah, man, yeah. For the record, who's writing him? When writing him, Nicky? You remember I'm writing him?
Orion, I can't remember last name, you know.
But yeah, say him the better than Roddy Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roddy Thomas, he got play for pure technical and all of but he migrate early. Yes.
But it's just that people never get a chance to see Orion, but Orion was better than Roddy.
Yeah.
He was. Anyway, Twiniga was, Orion left, but Twiniga was on the team too. He was up front. And a guy named Nani from Jewsland. And I can't remember who else was up front. But it's a good team, man. We had some wicked. Those days, you know, in our zone, there were 3 teams, 3 powerhouse. It was us doing the park with Scammy and this guy name again, Gaio, and them guys, and Blacker, and Arsimouth.
The guy I didn't remember.
Doing Park was a good team too.
No, man, Doing Park was an arch rival, Nicky. Yeah. Exactly what that.
And then you had a team from Jewsland with Dana you and them guys.
You mean the original Jewsland team, Great West with Dango D?
And Hines from KC. But I'm trying to remember his nickname now. But us 3 beat upon each other, man. It was 3 good teams.
Yeah, man. Yes.
Guess what was the sad thing now? Because that season, we never did so well as we should have done. And the reason being is that in the middle of the season, when things get really tough and nice, Fire and Pregs had a big disagreement. And Leslie decided say him not wear him head piece in training, and Bobby Fire didn't want him to wear him headpiece in training. He might something that he used to cover him here.
Yeah.
And him always like to use it same you know get dirty because he not feel dusty.
And
then them girls, man, well, you know.
Yeah, man. Girls them sugar, of course. I mean.
Yeah. So I'm decided I'm now go abide by fire orders and I'm leave the team. And that was very demoralizing for the team, to be honest.
Yeah.
And our season just crashed.
Yeah.
I think that was the last year playing.
How year, Nicky, remember what year that was?
That was the last year I played my league. I think it was 74, you know.
Okay. Yeah. You have a strong.
Yes. I think it was 74.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that team had a lot of promise. I know we'd have got because we got doing a park and we drew 1-1 with them, and it was a tough place to go to play.
Yeah.
I say that's one from all the days of me playing soccer. That was one of the toughest games because I'm telling you, it was intense, you know. Because the fans them come out. It was a rampacked evening.
And the match I play on a ball in Crescent.
Ball in Crescent, man. Ball in Crescent.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And them team good enough.
Yeah, man, doing the park.
Two rival Pembroke Hall always have Marvelly and doing the park.
Yeah.
So
that's a tough match, man. And we never even get the opportunity to play them a good match back at Permacult. You know, because Pregs had left and all that, so it does really ruin the season. Yeah.
So for the record, Pregs play Manning Cup for Calabar?
Yes. He did.
The same year you play 76?
No.
Before?
Actually, he left before that.
When we get a scholarship or something, I'm go for
No, he went to Veer. Them recruit him. Veer recruited him.
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
I think Edgar was giving Pregs a hard time to come back to sixth form.
That's the principal, Mr.
Yeah. So because the year I played, I tell you, man, there were people who could have come back, and if they did, I know that we would have walked away with Manning Cup. Because the thing is, even though they never came back, we had a young team, very young team, but we were a very good team. And we lost the finals to Tivoli 2-1 and in extra time. Matter of fact, not many people have told this, but I did mention it one time on Facebook, but that game went extra time and the winning goal was scored in the very dying minutes of the second part of extra time. And, you know, I talk about it from time to time because sometimes I always say, boy, if I just follow my mind, maybe I could have changed things because then and Zone was playing some good ball.
Yeah. And for the record, then the legend that again, Dennis Hutchinson, he died recently, late, yes. That's a respectable. Yeah. And Zone Clark. And with the Indian name on the right hand side again, Alfonso Williams. Yes. Yeah.
So when the game started, it was kind of fairly even. And them score first. And then shortly after they scored, Brady bang a ball down the pitch. Candice Nangle latch onto it, Pai Maki, and lob the ball over. Can't remember the goalkeeper name. Lob the ball over.
When they keep, the entertainer that keep, Anthony Fairclough, the goalkeeper.
I think so.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so we tie up one apiece.
Yeah.
After that, no. You know what? When I go back, we had to play a semi-final game against Georgia, unofficial semi-finals game. And the reason being is because we and Georges end up with the same amount of points in our zone. So we had to do a playoff match to see who would represent our zone. I think we were in, I can't remember if we were zone 1 or zone 2. So we and Georges played a match to fight for the tiebreaker. And that game was extra time and 3 rounds of penalties to decide it.
Them time the Georges up, women that play for them, Linton Chang.
Yes, you're good, man. Lincoln Chang was playing. Yes. Yes, they're a good team.
Yeah, man, because they're good. It was a cut of verse, man. They're good, yes. Yes, yeah.
Matter of fact, they were very highly touted to win the entire thing. But the thing is, what happened is that Calabar had some young players, but nobody knew anything about them.
Yeah.
But they were very good players, but nobody ever knew.
Yeah.
And nobody knew about me or Riley that we were very good players because our name wasn't on the limelight like Penny Cook and Urban Nelson and them guys from GST. Our name wasn't on the radar. But we come from Pembroke. We train at Permacult. We play ball with the big man at Permacult. So we had experience that most people don't know we had. Because me, I play with the big man from me, I play minor league. Because minor league team train the big man them every single evening.
Yeah.
So from me, a little boy, me have experience to play with big man. So I'm not afraid of big man. Me have the experience. So playing at Man Cup level talent was no problem for me. You see? And then, but the media who rate these schools, you don't know that because I don't know anything about me.
No, I don't know Permacult at all. Right.
No, but we had a good team, because they never knew anything about the Calabar players then because we were in a household name.
No, but we
just players who nobody knew anything about.
For the record, when they go on to go win Money Cup the next year with Nangla play for them same way. Yeah.
Yes, they went the next year to win.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I remember that. He was a big player for them the year when they win in the Money Cup 77. Yeah.
Anyway, the night when we beat Georges, and everybody realized, a Calabar are going to meet Tivoli in the Money Cup finals. For some reason, that night, when after the game finished, we heard a rumor. That was 76, I think it's election time.
Because, yes, Michael, they call a by-election. Yes, a snap election as we call it. Yes.
We heard a rumor say, if we win, what and what are going to happen. You hear me, boss?
Yeah, man, they must send on the trade.
Yes. So we never know exactly how to take it.
Because now uptown man has sense. Yes, that's right. Yes, Nicky, yeah.
We never know if we take it,
Because the height of the political battle just a start, because you're right. I remember the election, December election it called.
Yes.
The election was December 15, 1976. Right. I remember that. Yes, Nicky, yeah.
So our preparation for the finals was not the best preparation because mentally we were
nervous.
I'm not even sure if I'm nervous, but we have anxieties that we couldn't properly address.
Yeah.
Because we weren't sure.
If we're not gonna leave the field alive.
It's horrible.
Nicky, hold on, Nicky, hold the time. Let me just set the record through that, so.
Yeah.
1977, we have Meadowbrook, we played Tivoli down in our quarters finals. Cricket, me talk about that now. And we played Tivoli Garden, and the same feeling we had,
Yeah.
And anytime you play Tivoli Garden, unless you're familiar, because Tivoli Garden, in my mind, was the epicenter for the Jamaica Labour Party, and is. Right? So we have
that place some reason to teach Sunday school at Sunday daytime, over the community center,
Over garden.
Anyway,
yeah, no. So I say, what you feel? I know nothing, because we play Tivoli in a match, in Kensington over, And I see what we feel overall, It took a long time. So I mean exactly that. It took a long time when you play Tivoli, you know, feel, because when you beat that school, you know, it's like, in a sense, I not use the word wrong, you know, I say when you play Tivoli, it's, them not give the game at all, man. It's a tough game you play, man. But go ahead, Nicky. Mr. Mention that is, I understand exactly how you feel, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. So when we're training to prepare for the game, we never know exactly. So our heads weren't 100% focused on the game. It was just hard for us. It wasn't fair to us.
No.
I'm gonna tell you now. We say the day of the finals, the headmaster, because you know at the time Calabar had properties for certain members of the faculty. The headmaster of a house, the vice principal, the nurse, and the chaplain, they all had a house on the property. So the headmaster sent us to his house on the property to go hang out on the lanai before the game started. So we left class and we went to his house and hung out on his lanai. And you know what I say? No, it's a big lanai, you know, big lanai, can hold entire squad. And we lay on the ground on the floor and just rest.
Yeah.
And you know what I say? That the entire squad was there on that lanai. And we never said one word to each other. You know that? You might tell the boss? We never said one word to each other.
Because remember, in a sense, you know, even though I play money cup, when I look up boy, first or extent, you know, 16, 17. So, yeah, so good.
Because the thing is, all that was in our mind subconsciously, unspoken, is if this threat is serious, yes or no.
It is real.
You understand me?
I have to take it seriously, you know, because at that time the political battle just a hot up, you know.
Exactly.
It just a warm up that time. Between 1976 and 1980.
But that is the election where led to the ultimate election.
Yeah, man, right. That was the big. That was in a sense. That was the opening shot at the war. Exactly.
Yeah, man.
That was the opening salvo, Nicky. You're right about that. 1976 election. I only get caught up in the middle like that schoolboy, Nicky. And then I play Tivoli. That make it even worse. Because the money cup final are playing in December, you know. See, I talk about the election I called 2 weeks later, and the election they called when I snapping off it. Like a 2 weeks notice. Yeah. A 2 weeks notice. Michael man they call election, you know. So it's like he put really more pressure. And that's exactly what I said, Nicky. If the election they call for January, it will be a different thing completely.
Yes.
Yeah, man. That's exactly what I said.
Anyway, we go to the stadium and change and everything and run out through McDonald's tunnel. And, you know, Calabar is travel with a contingent. Stadium Park was like about 22,000, so it's fairly decently filled.
Yeah.
And the Calabar man them on the other side, across them grandstand, so make up here now as a drum on the flag and everything. So it was an interesting and exciting occasion, you know? But we still had the fears and doubts in our mind. But to be honest, after the whistleblower, I think we kind of, I wouldn't say get settled, but you know, you have to do your job. So we start to play, you know? And I think we eventually got into the game and was playing. And matter of fact, you know, we started to play very good because I tell you something now. At first half, we were playing some really good ball because I remember Mackie, a kick ball for corner.
What Mackie right name again? Remember what Mackie right name, Nicky?
We can't remember Mackie right name, to be honest now.
But go ahead, continue. Rules are going to correct that for until the
Yeah. Mackie a kick ball for corner like he might kick for score goal on him opponent, you know?
Yeah.
That's how we appreciate them. Anyway, Alti used to always tell us that if anybody get injured, you must always, and you feel say you can't continue, you must hold up your hand. You know, like you something in the Premier League. So Nani was playing good, and him get injured, and him hold up his hand. So I had to take him off, and put on Max.
And for the record, Alti Mackay.
Yes.
Alti, yeah, right. No, right. Just have to correct that, Nicky, because people are listening to that. Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Max is if him take off Nani and bring on Max. And Max is a good player because Max was actually the one who scored the penalty in the third set of penalty to beat George's first finals. But to be honest, I don't think Max. You see, but sometimes when you bring on a player in a certain game, a certain intensity, your head not getting the game fully so quick.
Yeah.
Or you're mentally, especially he wasn't even mentally prepared for it because Nani getting injured was just a flab of the night thing that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And in they watched the game, and then he was told to come up on the pitch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he was full in the game. So when Nani come off, our level kind of dropped a little bit, to be honest. And I think it followed through to the second half, and they kind of got the better of us and was playing a little bit stronger than us.
Yeah.
But we still go through regular time 1-1, and the first extra time 1-1, and then in the second part of the extra time now, Dendon and Zone in the 9 minutes they played 1-2 round my centre half them, but Brady foiled it because the ball was touched a little bit too hard, and Brady ran onto it. So I saw it coming again, and my mind say, Nicky, go up on the goal line, run to the goal line. But for some reason, kind of feel say, we have followed it again.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I tell my brother, it never happened,
Mm-hmm.
Then get a touch on the ball, round Brady, and the ball trickled in the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Which means if me did run to the goal line as me, I intended to do.
Yeah, I see that.
Easy to take off the line.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So that's something that we as
you still remember that, Nicky, almost 50 years after you live that through your mind all the time.
Yes, and it's over 50 years now and still go through my mind sometimes.
Yeah. I hear you, Nicky.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a 2-1 and we lost. But don't take nothing from Tivoli.
No, they have a strong team, yeah?
Yeah, good team. You know?
Yeah, no, I know what I mean. And Calabar went on to win Money Cup the following year with a good team to see. Yeah.
But you went on to win the following year, 2-1.
It'll be Tivoli in the finals again.
Huh?
A Tivoli playing in the finals again?
Yes.
I repeat at the finals, yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
We play them again now, and my little boys, them because it was still a young team, you know.
Yeah, because Brad did for the big man and they leave, and Brad did leave and all them, yeah.
Yeah, still a young team, but them went on and then beat them.
And Nango was a star for that team there.
Oh my God, Candice was good, man.
Yeah.
Candice was good, man.
Yeah.
The man Gregory, and at that time now, Buddy, Colin Francis, he was much more matured now.
And when they play for that team, Nicky, Gilly Chang, they play for that team. Gilly Chang.
Yeah, Gilly Chang, yeah, man.
Gilly Chang is for Permacult, right.
Yeah. Matter of fact, Gilly played on the team I played on too.
76 team, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Gilly played centre half.
He was a Patosi, man. He could play ball on a Patosi. A Patosi Rovers, man. Yes.
He live up all the way up though, on the same street that Patrick Tates live on.
Of Clydesdale, yes.
Yeah. A Clydesdale name? No.
Yeah, man, a Clydesdale. How is that, man? And that part that's Permacult live, man. Calbeck Avenue carry up to Clydesdale and Chesterfield, yes. Yeah. Clydesdale, yeah.
The top part, Patrick Tates them live closer towards the intersection of Calbeck and...
Yeah, man, Patrick them live at the bottom, man, you know, and then, but Gilly Chang live up Chesterfield.
Yes.
Parallel to Clydesdale, yeah, man. You know exactly where them used to live, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. I end that, man. I mean, I'm feeling that. Calbeck Avenue and Clydesdale and Chesterfield. Like how you don't know Carwin, so we don't know for that side of Pembroke. Yes.
I spend some time about look a bit, because we used to go spend time with Chummy, Patrick Tate's brother.
Yeah.
We used to go to the primary school.
Yeah.
Time up there.
Yeah. Phil, you there?
Yeah, man.
Oh, true, me now, yeah. Me that one if it's still there, yeah. Any question?
No, man, me there, man, but me nah interrupt the man.
Yeah, the history intriguing.
It's a lesson the man I give you,
Right, about that, Phil. So for the record, yeah, go ahead, Phil, go ahead.
No, me just say. You there?
Yeah, man, man. You go ahead, yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
No, for the record, let me ask you a question, Nicky.
Yeah.
The Calabar team, how much Permacult man play on the Calabar, them two Calabar team there, if you can remember?
Let me see. So, myself, Gilly, Riley.
Vincent Riley, I remember him good, yeah.
The press never played none at all.
Me, assess it now is me kind of assess the man them who learn them skills and play at Permacult. We kind of grew them into the Permacult family too.
Yeah, not necessarily live at Permacult, like Roddy, yes.
Aki.
Yeah. The man at Permacult,
Martin.
Yeah, Dynamite, yes. The man, them live at UN then, but them never really.
Yes.
But them at Permacult, them learn them craft. Yes. And that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yes, some that wrote them man into the same area too.
Yeah. Me say I mean.
You can't call it Permacult Marvel UN then.
Yeah, the same Kingston 20 era. Yes. I understand you, Nicky. I follow exactly what I say. Yeah.
Yes. So the rest among them now from Jewsland, Duane Park, and Heavendale, which is pretty much the demographic for Calabar.
And Nango used to live off Redledge Road.
I think so. Yeah. Yeah. Gregory, Duane Park, Buddy, Duane Park, and one guy I must mention, Dickie Knight, rest in peace. He was from Jewsland. Motherfucking played on the Jewsland minor league team too. During my time. He missed to go KC, but him switched over to Calabar during my time. When I was in sixth form, so he played for C-Bar. Yeah, but he was a good, nice player.
Yeah, I know that.
But I know him from childhood. That's why I mentioned him, because we used to do music together. The same music school.
Yeah.
So we kind of grew up this kind of same kind of way, as kids.
Yeah, so hold on, Nicky. You say you used to go music school, because...
Yeah.
Which part you used to go music school?
There was a music school right across. You see all them things going on from people. There was a music school right across from my house on the other side of the street, one house up.
A car winner?
Yes.
I never know that.
Miss Barracks. So we played piano.
Miss who?
Miss Barracks.
Miss Barracks. I never know that. Phil, you know that?
No, that one that news, Jelly. I tell you, it's an education where I get. This thing is an education in Pembroke Hall,
Yeah, no, because we don't know it's a music school. Because
that's why the community is so legendary.
Yeah.
I don't think we realize how great it was.
Yeah. No, because I think we know Pembroke Hall and the man educate more Pembroke Hall now. No, what? Continue, Nicky.
A big music school too, because that's where I'll do the practicals and stuff from people come around from the Royal School of Music in England.
Yeah.
To oversee the practicals.
Because
at that location.
Imagine that.
Me never clue about music, Nicky. But them call them musical keys and all. I have to play piano or something I love, but me never exposed to that at all.
Yeah.
And you say you used to play. Which instrument you used to play, Nicky?
Huh?
What you used to play? The piano?
Piano, yeah. So you learn to read the music and you learn the theory behind the music, so you can write music and all that.
So you can do all of them things there?
Yeah. Last time I tell you now that I did up to grade 5, and there are eight levels
for music. Okay.
Yeah, I passed the grade 5 theory.
So hold on, let me ask you. Go ahead, Phil, before me ask Nicky that side.
Once you complete the 8 levels, then you're an accomplished musician.
If you can't pass the 8 level, man, trust me, that's some mighty level.
You can't go play at the Royal Albert Hall, or you can't go be a backup piano player for Luther.
That's you talk about.
Legendary.
Yeah, man, Luther sit on the piano, sir.
Yeah, man, you're at that level, you are really accomplished, man.
Yeah.
Really, really accomplished.
But you reach far, Nicky, you say a grade 5.
Why? Yeah. That's why I brought that up. That's exactly why I brought that up.
Yeah. So who used to go to music? Anybody from Permacult who know used to go to music school, Nicky? But we don't know. Call some name.
I tell you what. You know the prosecutor for Jamaica?
Carolyn. Yeah, she got St. Mary's Church.
Well, I went to the same music. We went to the same music school, the same one. That's where I knew her from.
Oh, she's
okay.
Yeah. I knew her from I was a child.
Wow.
Yeah. That's the director, the DPP, the current DPP.
Yeah, man, the DPP. Yeah. That's the right people you want to know.
Yeah.
Life, you never know what's going to happen down the road.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, go ahead, Nicky. Sorry. So I get us something.
No, man. I mean, you just mention say she retired this year.
Okay. She retired. Okay.
Yeah, she's going to. She's I think this month or last month.
Okay, I'm gonna try to give her a hard time too. Some guy try to give her a hard time. Some
guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
good prosecutor though.
So which kind of league team did you play for, Nicky?
Yes, that's a funny thing now. You know, for all the years, I train with Carabina.
God, they say live.
I come up training with Carabina. Matter of fact, even with the spin-off of Carabina, Green Sparks.
Yo, I remember that name. That man mentioned him to rat.
You know, that's where I grew up.
Who found that team there, Nicky? Green Spark. Who found that team there?
Try to remember now. There was a guy named Bonnie who was the boyfriend for one of Preg's sister, I think. And matter of fact, he trained one of my league teams that I played on. He was, at the time, was involved with Carwina. And for some reason now, we made a spin-off team called Green Sparks, which was like a traveling football team. And there was a senior branch of it. And then you also had a junior branch of it. And that's where we entered the Junior Connor League. That year those guys was talking about recently. And I remember correct you, laugh jokingly and say, you forget to mention the champions because we won the Junior Connor League.
At a Green Sparks.
We play snubs.
Yeah.
As a team from Patosi.
Sesame United ball, a spin-off team from Patosi.
Yes. So all these years now, I mean, religiously, every Saturday morning, I practice with Carwina, Bradley Briscoe and Carlton and Pregs and all of them. You know, we go to the field early every Saturday morning and practice until late in the afternoon. And matter of fact, that's why my track career never really developed well, because after a while I realized that I was getting enough rest when I went to the development meets. Because development meets was on Saturdays and Carabina training was on Saturdays. And then because you really need to have a very good rest before your races. I wasn't doing that. I was practicing, then go home, maybe do a little yard work and go to the stadium. I run after that. That wasn't good. So my career never really developed so well in a track. Could have anyway.
football was your primary sport then. That's what I say was your art.
Yes, that's what happened. I think I love football too much, but that's fine. You know,
no man, you can't wrong with that, man. A world sport.
So
yeah, the big sport that man. What's wrong with the Nicky?
Yeah. So eventually after I finished playing Manning Cup, Covey recruited me. So I ended up really playing currently for Covey. I think I played with them for 3 years.
Yeah, so because Thunder used to play for Carolina too, and then in brother Phil, we had talk about used to play for Covey, and so tell me how that they go, because I remember that link there between one set of brother play for Carolina and one play for Covey.
Yeah,
like
the early parts.
Yeah.
Early part of the kind of league, he did play for Carolina. And then Phil them played for Covey. But eventually in the latter parts, in the later parts of the 70s, the second half of the 70s, then Thunder came back to Covey. Because at the time, it was Thunder, Ronald, Boomy up front. And then I was in the back with Pembroke and Dias and Danny Martin.
So Pembroke used to play for Patos or a different one?
See Pembroke.
Pembroke used to go for Covey too.
No, it wasn't Pembroke. I keep on, you know what happened? I keep on confusing Balance with Pembroke.
With Pembroke, right. Balance. Yeah, that's right. A Balance is a Covey man from over. Same as Pembroke. I'm used to live at Overview, because I remember Balance.
I think he used to live at Overview and then came to Permacult, I think, you know.
Yeah, he was a Covey man, yes. I remember Balance played for Covey too. Yes, I remember that. Yeah. Conrad Mullins.
It was myself, Balance, Dias, and Danny Martin in the back, Brad in the goal.
And I remember Brad played for Covey. And Chris Maxwell, all the Costa goalkeeper, used to live on Covey. I played for Carolina. I remember that.
Yes. Because he used to train with Carolina.
Carolina, yeah. Because Chris used to live behind. Remember Alte, Phil? Alte.
Yeah, but you know what, Jelly? Now listen to the name them where I call like it's like I just can't understand why Pembroke never succeed on it. Can't make on that, Jelly. Too much great players come out of Pembroke. Pembroke should have been a household name in a Jamaica football.
Well, that's true.
I tell you something, you know. When the Casafa Major League started, we never did so bad, you know, because we were up against some really good teams. Because
we used to play Constant Spring with Granny Marshall and doing the part.
Golden Aces, Phil. Golden Aces, right?
Yeah.
And Great West, yes.
Great West, man. Oh my, with Dango D.
Stars
Great West with Dango D.
Original big baller. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I know what stars after East.
Who that?
Harborview,
yes.
But it was some good, because you have Ligoni used to be good too.
But answer that question, Nicky. It's a good question Philip Parks, you know.
Yeah?
Good question Philip Parks, you know. Why you think, in your opinion, because Rose give me a opinion, why you think, in your opinion, that Permacult, even in the early days, they never big in terms of, because my problem is a question.
We never gain national recognition.
Even when we have so much talent.
We never get a chance to be together long enough.
Consistency.
And Jelly, I think him right. Because you know what, the Permacult people, remember some man just migrate left, right, and center, you know.
Mm-hmm. That's a spot.
Especially in the 70s when the politics get wicked.
Because if you notice now, nothing not going to Permacult now.
No,
right.
Remember that talk about that.
It just dwindled down to nothing. So you had the talent, but the talent never stick together for any long period of time. If that Harborview is different, Harborview that happened.
Yeah,
Harborview talent stick. Maybe because of the location, because I'm only live Harborview now an alternative to live nowhere else, you know. Harborview or Warwick Isle or Rockford. Permacult.
But I'm not even that, Jelly. Like I said, I just migration. Because most of the money we were talking about
migrated. That's what I was going to say.
That me I say migration.
The Permacult passing migrated faster than any other community.
Yeah,
and that's
man.
the reason why
That's true.
That's why Permacult football just came to nothing.
Right. Migrate out of the community for one and then out of the country for another. You're right about that, right?
Exactly. No, man. Migrate out of the community to foreign right after bat, man. No hesitation.
Matter of fact, of all the names that we can mention, the majority of them is right here in the US.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you go to Florida,
Orlando, still live at Pembroke Hall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That surprised me.
Well, when you get him, I'm going to tell the story behind that because we know.
Because look, you know, it's even Leeds team where Sally Miller used to coach. That youth team there. That team did have a lot of good young players, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to ask Nicky about that now. Nicky.
Yeah, because all of them end up and migrate, like Mikey Donaldson, them youth there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
What Nicky, he mentioned another name, you know. You must know that name because Ruth Simpson used to go Calabar. You didn't know Sally Miller?
Yes, I knew Sally Miller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
And for the record, when right name. Ruth tell me right name, but tell me right name if you remember it. Me have it just, don't worry.
I don't think I knew him right. I don't think I knew his right name, you know.
Me have him right
because
name. Ruth said me right name. Hold on, I'm going to give him right name. So go on talk. Me come up with him right name.
Because the thing is,
so Sally used to go Calabar like you.
Those guys.
Come again. Go again. Sorry, Nicky. Go ahead.
I wasn't so 100% close with those guys. I knew them, but I never move around too much with Sally Miller them.
What you music go Calabar?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah. Okay, I got you. So, yep. May I give him right name? You continue talking, Nicky. May I get him right name? Because I have it just in front of him. Because Bruce give me him name.
Yeah.
No, it's all right. Let me ask you about another name them now. You must know them name, you know, because I'm saying about Permacult, you know. Yeah, Sally Miller right name. That's who. Yeah, Keith Reed. I'm right name. Keith Reed.
Keith Reed. No, that you mentioned it. That's correct. That is yes.
Yeah, man. Rosie give me. I just through the phone now, through the WhatsApp now, look for fine. My Rosie tell me so. I have the issue in front of me. Technology, I love me if I can look up the thing and go on like me know thing. But no, I Rosie said that.
Tell me them hang out mainly with the Patosi guys, but I never hung out so much with Patosi guys. I knew most of them.
Yeah.
And I admire them as a group because, to me, there was something about the Patosi guys I admire.
Yeah.
Because they had that kind of band that, let's say we never had bands all over the place, but they were kind of special. They were different.
Yeah, Roots like about that, you know. I agree with that.
They grew up on the same avenue together.
Yeah.
You know, and just have a unity that was kind of special. So
yeah, Patosi. Philip talked about that last time when we have on Roots. Patosi was a special link in terms of say. I mean, because it's an openness to the youth. I don't know. But there's something special about
Patosi. It's a real brotherhood that they have. And I think it have a lot to do with the fact that most of them was from the Patosi Avenue.
Yes.
Yeah, most of them live with it on a stretch between Patosi and...
They were in very close proximity.
Yeah.
And them talk every day, them play every day. And, you know, had similar interests and everything.
Yeah, that unity developed from early. Yes. We're in a car in other places now. Man, I migrate, come from different places. You're right. It was a closer knit then. The place of Patosi Rovers was a closer knit team.
The Carolina Posse was kind of different because we stretch out on a long stretch of land.
Yeah, more space and then only on different road. Because rather than live on Carolina, it's message. I understand exactly what I say.
It was different.
But
those guys, them live right across from each other and know each other from number boy.
Yeah, man. The Patosi Rovers thing is a strong link, man. Without a doubt.
And the other BS, I don't think no other Corner League team had a BS.
Yeah, that's true. Because them used to go over more like Flooney Yard originally and then...
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It was a different.
Like a social club.
Yeah. But me ask you about another Carolina, man. I don't think he live on Carolina either. But one of my brother and me used to go to school, and I talk to him there. Harvey. All of them used to go Calabar like you.
Paul Harvey?
Paul Harvey, yes.
nice, good man. Him is more than what you see, you know, him good heart.
Yeah, man, I talk to him there, man. He probably, me and him for come on this, so I got set up back that for him come on back, yeah.
Good heart, man.
No, man, when I talk to him, he didn't even, when him took a 6 farm at Calabar, he never have enough subject and that try to go Meadowbrook. And the principal never let him in and all. But me rate him as the one the most skillful man come out of Pembroke Hall, man. Him have some real.
Yeah.
And the brother used to run for Calabar too. Brother used to run 800 meters, the older one, yes.
Brother was excellent, man.
And then the younger brother and me used to go primary together, that are Owen.
Okay.
So.
His brother, he never started out as a top athlete, you know, but by the time he finished, because his determination, he was a top athlete for Calabar.
Yeah, man. We need 800 meters for Calabar. Remember that, man.
Yeah, man.
Remember that.
Yeah, man.
When did him again? When did him again?
We call him Lionhead. We call him Lionhead, but his name was can't remember his first name again.
We don't remember his name like that. We don't remember him.
Paul.
Paul the second. Paul
Harvey.
Paul. And a Paul.
No.
Prince. Paul Prince.
I try repeat the names them.
Come back. Yeah. Okay, I got
it. Juggling memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Them have a younger sister who are 8 group used to come Merle Grove, Jackie.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And them never used to live on Carwina. I think a chip now.
No, they never live on Carwina. No.
That's about the point. That's exactly the Carwina. That massive.
Yeah.
Compared to the nucleus of what was it that. But
Carwina was representative of that side of Pembroke Hall, you know, from your enter Pembroke Hall all the way to the playground and over towards the gully. So that's a Marley, Cardiff Fall, Pinnacle Close, Chippenham. Yeah, the whole of that, so Anglesey, the whole of that section of Pembroke Hall mostly represent Carwina.
Yeah.
And that's why when certain team are playing a kind of league, the ball going full, you know, loaded.
Yeah. So let me ask you something, Nicky, because I got glass over it, you know. I talk about the legend himself, you know, Raleigh Briscoe, you know. Did you ever play or know Raleigh Briscoe?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so tell me a little about Raleigh.
You must remember now that Raleigh was the person who I grew up learning the game from to a good extent. Because I went to the Carwina training every Saturday morning, and he was the one who organized everything.
Yeah.
So I learned the game playing through Raleigh.
Yeah.
And I saw Raleigh in the first when he was playing for Rest of the World before it broke up.
Raleigh was the first of the world?
Yes, that's where I learned to respect him as a baller. Because he was good. You know, that's where that's the first place I saw him playing for Rest of the World. Yeah. I have goosebumps talking about that team, you know. Serious, man.
I mean, never see that.
It was so special.
We never hear about that team that yet until Rose mentioned it to me, you know. But yeah.
Well, the man I tell you, the team was that good.
Yeah.
I don't know how they came up with the name.
Yeah. Well, when you get on Raleigh, man, I love you, but I love your name to come up there.
Yes.
Yeah. I want who to play upon that team because.
Yeah, that'd be good because
I just said
I'm telling you. Yeah, man.
That's the first great team out of Permacult.
If my memory serves me right, you know, I really do think Punky is playing that team.
That's who?
That's Punky. That's
Richard Sample older brother.
Richard Sample older brother.
Like a Punky down there.
Yeah, I really do think Punky started out playing for that team.
Yeah, man, because they play upon the winning minor league team to 68. Yes. Doc play upon that team at Altamont Mackenzie.
Yes. Doc McKenzie.
Yeah. I just said I've been mentioning him now, but never mentioned him earlier. He's one of the original big baller from Pembroke Hall. I don't know if he live at Pembroke Hall.
Big baller. A big Jamaican baller too.
Yeah, man, I know big New York Cosmos baller that used to play with Pele and all them with it, so. Yeah, man.
And you did mention him, Jelly.
I did mention him, okay, with Pato. Yeah, I did mention him. Yeah, the Monday.
As I said, all them things that just justify my question in my mind.
I hear you, boss.
Man, it's unbelievable.
Yes.
Listen, Nicky, if you know Pembroke Hall kind of league, you're going to know, say, you can't figure out all the hell this community never win a major league.
Yeah.
Because it was just too many great footballers come out of Pembroke Hall.
It's a Mishrafield. You're right, because I say, if you amount of talent.
As I
if
said
I
before,
even won, they should I go win minor league one time. If I even one time, what should I win major league?
It's just, as I said before, it's just that we never really get a chance to stick together. Because to me, to be honest, I can remember us being together for maybe one Casafa major league season. And that was it.
Yeah. Now I had good coach in Bobby Fire.
Yeah. Bobby Fire was a good coach.
You play under Bobby Fire, Nicky, in a minor league.
Yeah, I play Bobby Fire played coach the second minor league team I played under.
So you never played a major league at all, Nicky? Just minor league.
I play major league too.
Okay.
Yeah, I play major league. I play major league in 81.
Okay, so what's some of the man you play with?
Oh, we had a nice team, you know. In the back was me, Killer, Forbes, and I can't remember who was playing the wing back.
That's a Leonard Forbes, yes.
Yeah, man, Forbes.
Yeah. You got primary with him, yeah?
I think Brady was in the goal. I think Brady was in the goal. I can't remember. And Diego.
Yeah.
Diego and Aki, I think, was in midfield.
Mm-hmm. It's a strong team.
And up front was Bumi was a nice ball liner. Bumi was up front.
Yeah.
And Neville 1000 and Weatherman 1000.
Oh yeah.
And I think Nani played another team too. Well, we are a nice good team.
Yeah, man. Weatherman was a good forward too.
Oh yeah. Weatherman's a good forward.
Everybody named the field blood.
Then tell you about them. His brother was a Taylor. I think brother built my graduation you know.
Benny.
Yeah.
When they run a car in the field.
I think him foot. I think him 1 foot or 1.5 foot.
Both him have two. Him foot was short. Both of them were short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where the car when come from field?
From the knee down.
Them live from Pembroke Hall Drive. 2 light posts the right of them gate. Right. Right beside of one of them.
Benny T.
Yeah.
But they were a good tailor, man. Yeah, man. Good tailor.
Yeah, man. They're the man that used to build all work pants for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
But brother man did bad.
Yeah. But two ballers used to live beside they used to live in a Weatherman yard before Weatherman came. Buchanans.
The Buchanans.
You would know them, but them was two nice baller, man. Everton and Cameron Glen. But then migrated again. They migrated.
The migration.
Yeah.
That was common with Pembroke Hall.
You know, and if you happen, I go forward, I look on it.
A reunion.
No, more than that, Phil. I look on bigger than that. Pembroke Hall needs to develop a football academy that, you see, when build, because the talent will develop, you know. Let's say, all them talent that Nicky are talking about and we are talking about. Then let's say we have a program in place where, the man migrate, but guess what? A club have to pay money, you know. It's like Pembroke Hall have a youth academy now. One Pembroke Hall will be the best academy in Jamaica.
You don't remember what roots say, no, the populace round there now different.
Yeah.
It's not so strong like one time.
But you see, remember now, when I look on it, it's a little different in the vision of my mind, you know, is the school I'm going to use, you know. The primary school and the high school. Not necessarily the community, and they're going to use the school and build an academy around the school. So, in my mind, the vision I look on, I said, the school is, you start developing a program in the primary school, and after a while, any youth will live in the area, Kingston 20 area, that's why I come to Pembroke Hall primary, because I'm going to get good coaching, good everything. And then the same thing with the second.
It might have a chance for launching career.
Because when you say you come to Pembroke Hall primary or high school, because of the program we have visualized, we develop, you know, say, right, you know, say, a US club might come look on him and say, boy, him get a contract.
It's like where the thing that Butler do. Well, you
know something. Something.
Yeah.
What I have been thinking, and I think that the private sector and the government should get together and build academies all over the country. Every parish should have one. At least one.
But
if not two or three. And the reason why I say this, the reason I know this sounds far-fetched, but I say it for a good reason. Because my thinking is you can't leave people behind. You have to take them with you.
Mm.
And the thing is, you can't just keep on talking about violence and crime and all this. You can't just keep on talking about it. Because the thing is, when you don't have structure and organization, these are the things that happens. You need to have these kids have some kind of structure, something they can look forward to, something that can help them to launch further down the road. And not only will it help Jamaica in more than one ways.
Yeah.
You'll have a safer society. The kids will have something to help them financially. Occupy them. And you'll have more wholesome, it won't be perfect, but you will have a more wholesome society. And our football will benefit. But these things we need to get to this place where we can do these things. We have to do it. And I said the private sector, because the thing is, we know the government now have all the money and sometimes spent and waste and stuff like that. But the thing is, it benefits everyone.
But you may look on it, Nicky. Me not look on it, say, a next set of man to come do it and do it, I say, we as original foundation Pembroke, man, we don't need a bad for come do it. We need a private sector.
And I heard that, and I piggyback off of it and I say, yes, that'd be so good for the start, because the thing is, once one community starts it, then others can copy it.
Exactly. Because remember, Pembroke the Corner League started originally, and we have to start back a foundation.
Exactly.
And this is my vision now. I tell Roots at the other day, when Roots tell me them, I say, Pembroke must be the premier academy, football academy in Jamaica and in the Western Hemisphere ultimately, that when a big European club want to come look for talent in Jamaica, a Pembroke academy will come first. That's my vision, Nicky. It don't exist yet, but everything starts with an idea and a thought, You follow me? I said to you, and because I know so we do it already. We talk about the talent, we talk about it never even structured and organized. I say, we have the online thing, we talk about it, and all it needed to say, you know what? You need no will for man, Nicky. It doesn't need a vision to say, we have the school them, we have the field, and you're going to start a football academy, round the two school them. And you're right, Nicky, the same vision we have, the youth them come at the school because them know so them got the opportunity for play ball, and guess what? They might not get big scholarship, but guess what? Them can get a scholarship at third division league in Turkey. They might eat a food.
Got to give them options, man. I have to give them options.
Yeah. No, man. And a vision them have, man. Not most every man I gonna make it. But I got big like our message, the original message. They and message with much. But you might can make a third division team somewhere. And they might eat a food. They might have to take up the corner or nothing.
Absolutely.
Improve them economically.
Exactly.
That's what happened with other academies, even in the United Kingdom. That's what happened.
Exactly.
Not all of them make the major, the first league. You see. But we need to give them options, man. We can't have the kids them just.
Well, you see, we're talking, but what does it does take a little thing for launch, for light a fire, and I say, Permacult. I mean, I say, it dead, because I don't think, in my mind, when the two schools them there, Permacult, right beside each other, it's uniquely positioned for an idea like this. Launch the community and the school them, and with a start academy, and Permacult become the go-to place.
Yes.
For football in Jamaica. And for the rest, for the Caribbean, and ultimately for the Western Hemisphere. I said, and my vision for that, it must work, what may I say?
It's a shame that, these kids have forgot through and them life come to nothing. For no reason. It's all right, man.
That's the vision.
Look, Gally, it's not everybody's like me and you who have the drive and the determination. You understand?
No, I understand. We need a structure.
Yeah, see, ultimately, you need people who care, and that is what lacking.
Yeah, man, and the vision. Yeah. Well, it's
because the government is all about them own pocket.
But you see, I'd be saying them conversation, like bring them up, because as far as me concerned, them are relevant to anything you got to try to, You don't need them for certain things. I say them not need
Exactly.
But for we do what we have to do,
you need to get them on board.
Because trust me, man, once you start and a success start, they're going to come and want to take picture of them. And yes, you have to use that because they're part of the infrastructure.
But the reason why I mention what I mentioned is because I'm saying to myself, they need to understand that it is a benefit for everyone, including them, because they are trying to fight something that they can't fight.
Yeah, but you see, them not understanding, Nicky, because them too deep in the traffic, Them too deep in the. That's why I like to talk about it, because my mind is not that at all. Because
totally understand.
Yeah, man, me just like the conversation because me not interested in them at all. Yes, them dead, because government worldwide have to exist, I'm not gonna say. But me I say, if you really start something, man, you say, all right, when you're ready, you just have to start and have a vision, and trust me, man, everything does start with one vision, man. With one vision, I say, and that's my vision. I'm a back
because I mess with myself now. Can't you, look, the way I see it, every area of an MP. Now, if it can come from the top, let them organize it and say, look, we're going to build up an organized community center in all these areas. MP will take charge to make sure, say, it done right, and it gets done, it gets completed, and everything organized and put in place. But the thing is, MP don't really care.
No. But just like I mentioned that, you have to go pray long and hard to find out the MP there.
Hold on. We're not going to do too much.
The first money him say it's for build females.
Yeah, exactly.
Or upgrade him house.
And the thing is, the thing is, when you have everybody participate in society, everybody is a win-win for everyone,
Yeah.
Because you have a stronger tax base.
Yeah, exactly, Nicky, exactly.
You see what you talk about,
everybody
Nicky?
Benefits.
What you talk about is good, but you say what really need to happen for that be a reality. The populace have to be educated.
Yep. You go.
Because that's why you talking like that. You remember what you said in the beginning, you take your education serious. If you do have a level of intellect for understand civility, and we're supposed to live as human beings.
Yeah, in a society it's kind of hard.
Right, then you can never accomplish that because you're going to always have this animalistic way of thinking. And that is the problem.
But they say
the lack of education is a big problem, brother, man.
Well, that is why that's why I'm saying sports, and it's happening in a track and field, and we can do it for football and Permacult. Can bring that back to a certain way. It's like a man knows, say, if he come to Permacult, he can play football. He might learn education when you talk about Phil.
Yeah.
He cannot go to football and teach him. If he come to school and say, no, man, if you come to them school, you have to learn our academy. You have to go class. Exactly.
But Gary, and another reason why I'm mentioning it, because you say, look how we are benefit in track and field.
Yeah.
Because we have something organized and structured.
Yeah.
We can't take it to another level and do the same thing for soccer, And not only for soccer. If you want, some people might be interested in tennis, swimming.
Exactly.
Different kind of things.
Exactly. No, it's academy. It's not about us. Exactly. Music. You mentioned music, Nicky, because you have music skills.
As Nicky said, you want to give them options. That's the bottom line.
Exactly.
They want to have options available to them to make them life worthwhile.
Yeah. Someone come on play football, but he might have a music skill, and instead of a music, a part of the academy that you say, but what other skill you have can play? Can you?
Exactly.
You see me, I said to you, so yeah. But let me ask you a question.
Yeah,
Nicky.
right now.
Go ahead. And let me ask you a question.
Right now we are benefiting big time. Look how talented Jamaica is in track and field.
Yes, yeah.
Structure. The GC Foster train the coaches. Now you have good coaches for every single high school that prison champs. So you have good athletes that will produce. And then you have all these clubs that they can go to train. Or them can go to the US if they get scholarships.
Yeah.
But now we have such a good structure in place that we are producing great athletes.
Yeah, but let me tell you, I visualize.
Look, we out of a world of over 20 billion, 15 billion people. Jamaica is 3 million. And we are some of the top athletes in the world. And I'm not talking about,
That anything is possible.
That matter about.
I remember telling you.
Need to take the structure in every single level.
Let me know, in my mind, and this just half the coffee, and I'm going to write down nothing. Nobody have to listen to me or follow me. Just I tell you, I visualize how this could have worked, you know. Let's say we approach the primary school and the secondary, the high school at Pembroke Hall, and you say, you know, we as a community are going to adapt the school and we're going to have an under 12 competition, an under 8 competition. And you're running through the school, you know. So every week, you know, I say I got start by the corner league in Jamaica, in a Pembroke Hall, you know. Through the school, it's like a different level. Go up to the high school, and you have under 16 competition, and you reach a certain level now, you have under 21 competition. A man ready for to play major league. So you have a major league team ready for going on, but you're running through the school, under 8, under 12. Roots have the numbers, them. Can't talk about that, because everything a FIFA sanction. How it works.
And ultimately, you have a fee in 3-5.
Exactly, Phil. Exactly. So guess what now? A man live anywhere in the area and Kingston or anywhere in Jamaica and Maserati, they want to come to Permacult, you know, because guess what?
Right.
They have a structure in place. Which other school have a structure in place where you know say a corner league run through the school? And that me talk about
because guess what? That's why people end up go to class.
Exactly.
And GC first have to train.
Exactly.
Because they have structure up there.
I want to start that, you know, it will attract good coaches, better teachers, everything. But everything will start with the idea, Nicky. May I tell you?
Yeah, but even better than that, other communities are going to emulate that.
Of course, go on, but that's what done with the corner league, original corner league.
It's going to be a model project for everybody.
Exactly.
That's exactly what I was. That's why I said that.
No, I understand that. Me just on board with that, but me just focus on Pembroke and say, me could launch this.
That's why I was saying that when Pembroke started and film one get off the ground, other communities will.
Yeah, follow Nicky. You see, when I'm ready, they must compete with some royalty because we got copyright right there and I say, if you want to learn this, you know.
Yeah.
Feel this what I say.
Yeah, because...
But, Jenny, ultimately, because we're going to need finance to keep it going.
Exactly, Phil.
Exactly.
If we're mad, we're working.
Nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Nothing is wrong with that, you know. And in the long run, I tell you, when money exchange, it strengthens.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what may I say? If you have an idea and you know say it's strong and you just copyright and all of it. Yeah, man. If our next community want to learn this, yeah, man, we have the template for showing them. But guess what? You have to actually pay for you.
Yeah. In the long run.
Yeah, that's what I feel. Exactly. We put the template in place, but it now come free. This is not. Them days are done.
Jenny, it's like writing a hit song, my friend. You have to pay right. You know? The royalties never end.
Yeah, man. Exactly. Long after we gone now, you know, royalties are come back to Permacult because we leave a legacy system. Exactly. And so I visualize the thing.
Yeah.
Eh? Repeat that.
That's what we talk about originally in a posterity.
Yeah, exactly.
When we gone, them recordings just still got about, you know, for inspire.
Yeah, man, so man can hear and say, man can hear back and say, if this idea will take off, oh, yes, it's sad. Yes. It's sad with 3 man attack on a podcast and Roots get involved and all them things. And we say, yeah. We could build back a vibe.
I remember what Roots say, no? Roots say them have a account established, you know.
Yeah, man, right. Me talk to you about it right.
Man have to do a donate.
Yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, because I remember it was mentioned something about that, but you know, we need to. I don't know exactly how to get involved and all that, so I figure that will come later.
All that will set exactly. No, all that have to go set up, Nicky.
Yeah.
All that have to go set up and clear accounting. Infrastructure and all that a man comfortable and no say. It's a message. I don't know fly by night thing, though.
Right.
Official FIFA sponsor thing. A man can come all these books and look at it and say, yeah. No man, this is not a fly.
We need to build back Permacult and not only bring back Permacult, but we need to build Jamaica.
Well, exactly. Jamaica, let's start exactly.
You know, Gally, let me tell you something. Look, I always love Jamaica, but the thing is, I came here. And then I started coming back to Jamaica.
What on Nicky? Why year you migrate?
I left here 81, you know.
Okay, all right. Continue. Just for the record. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So, you know, starting to come back to Jamaica on vacation and stuff.
Yeah.
And I might say that some of my most enjoyable time of my life is spent in Jamaica. Jamaica is a beautiful, amazing place. May I tell you something now? And maybe this is just me. But me personally thinks that Jamaica is one of the most amazing spots to vacation compared to the entire world.
Yeah, man, it's a naturally beautiful place, brother, man.
There's something about Jamaican vibes that you can't express. You can't explain to a man. Them always that saying, so once you go, you know. You have to experience it yourself. Me can't tell you what you're going to experience when you touch land,
And why you think so much tourists go there every year? You know much people I meet where they go there 6, 7, 8 times a year.
It's different.
Well,
and then the magical about it.
Me express to know when I try to express it now, because there was a Supreme Court Justice of the United States, I forget her name, in the 50s. And the man asked him for define, if him can define what porn is. And the Supreme Court Justice said, he must say, no, I can't define it, but when I see it, I will know it. Him can
I get you.
I said, what about Jamaica now?
Yeah.
You can't define it, but when you see it, feel it, you're going to know it,
Yeah.
You see what?
And it's the same way for all of us.
Yes.
And no matter how much time you come back, the same thing,
Yeah, man, the vibe's nice when you go back there, man. I know where you're talking about, Nicky.
It's just something you can't.
No, you can't.
Listen, I guarantee you this. As much as life rough down there, see if no crime never did it, half of the people would have gone.
No, they couldn't contain. Jamaica couldn't. It's overpopulated, man. If that could get under control, I tell you, I agree with you.
Because a whole heap of people want to go back home, but them can't deal with the crime.
Right.
That's why Mr. Boy, it's also,
But listen, Nicky, there's more to it than that, because a lot. You see how we grew up and we talk about community and it take a village for raise of youth. Them things that are really that's one of the biggest problems of Jamaica. Most of the youth them were born, them not get no raise proper grooming, like.
But I tell you something,
You don't really have parents anymore. You just have mother and father. People just make picnic and turn them loose for society.
and then there's something recent that happened that make it a bit even worse. So I'm not even sure that I hope we can correct it or get on top of it. But guess what happened now? During the pandemic, because they weren't having physical school.
Right.
There's about 27,000 young men who haven't gone back to school.
Yeah.
And they're involved in some of that stuff.
Right.
And that's because most of the crime is caused by kids between 15 and 17.
Yeah, man, without a doubt.
So they are the ones that is really involved in all this stuff.
Yeah.
So, it's, I don't know how them get on top of it.
And it come back to what we say, because them get involved in that because them don't really have any family structure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Them families, them friends.
Yeah.
Them listen to. I see because of the advent of technology.
Yeah.
And can now learn the bad things and it's more attractive. Because we know that it's like me tell a man, when you go to high school, no girl no want to talk to no bookworm. A girl want to talk to the youth who go to the principal office and most.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Wrong is when you're young, and impressionable. Wrong is always attractive.
Yeah.
When you do the right thing,
people,
but it's just that.
It's sad that people getting involved like that and taking a life.
Yeah, but it come back to where you said to them not have no other alternative.
Yeah, taking a life is like nothing.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But if you grew up without love, life don't mean nothing to you, my lord.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah, man. Once you grow up
and
you don't love.
The thing is, in spite of everything, they still wanted the same thing that me and you wanted. It was just that them go about the wrong way.
Right. But at all costs.
Yeah.
Look on the brother we kill him brother what in St. Thomas, stab him brother.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Crazy.
Yeah, that's a go on.
Yeah, no, it kind of, we can't dwell upon that too much. Although, the reality, but although I seem like they take it, where they attack for 2 hours and they can, like a 2 minutes where they attack, So, let me ask you some fun memories about Permacult. One of them, one ask, one if it's the match, Permacult go play a major league match against Boys Town. And I yet love get. One, how that go? Because I say, the time Pembroke have. Feel you remember that match, eh?
It was at
Yeah,
the
man,
stadium.
they come in at the Gleaner in a jelly.
Was it at the stadium?
But I remember when the match, well, if they don't have
No, man, I
boys.
don't have Carl Smith drive.
At Carl Smith, well, you answer the question, Nicky. If I don't have Carl Smith drive this.
Oh. Well, that picture rough, I play upon it. That was the last place I played before I came up here.
Don't have Boys Town.
Yeah, but it was a match against Waterhouse, but I used that pitch as a neutral ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that pitch is rough.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's one of the problems even now in Jamaica. They need quality pitch.
See, these are the things
for the development.
These are the things we're talking about. We need to develop, man. We need to develop, man.
But ask yourself, what is the Ministry of Sport and Culture?
It's happening, but it happens slow. Because I will tell this much, even though it's still a long time, the football I've gone is more advanced even compared to when I was there. But it still needs to
but the quality is not as good as before, as our time. I tell you that.
No, I never point, but
it's more advanced.
It is a bit more structured.
Yeah.
But, it could get better if the organization was better. You have better academies. Because, when we're starting to have a common way of playing, and that's what we need to do. We need to know, we need to teach. We need to have a structure in place.
Right, but
and
that's
everybody
exactly what I asked
play
for.
a certain way. Which means if you play for the junior national team, if you play the senior national team, you know the system. Can you imagine now if you know the system, all you have to know is perfect it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We need to have these structures all over the country. It's going to take a little time for get to that place, but we need to.
So yeah. But may I ask you a question, Nicky? Give me a couple of your fun memories of Permacult. Where you remember this? You can't forget about Permacult.
To be honest, coming out that Sunday evening for kind of league and major league was some of the most memorable occasion, to be honest. And as a boy, going to Birdbush in Patrick City, my friend them.
Yeah.
And sometime we'll run boat in the bush that
So which part we used to go run boat in a car Which bush that?
Well, we used to use Patrick City as the local stamping ground because it wasn't developed.
That's true. I would
Forest Gardens wasn't developed yet.
Like we use trucks because we live at Calvert, we used to use trucks. Over Francis to call it. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. So we use Patrick City.
So only used to get over Patrick City. Only used to walk.
Well, after them build the gully,
yeah,
you used to have a rope. It's a cable. And some sticks. You used to have some rubber adhesive that they used to hold the walls together, the concrete slabs together.
Yeah.
So we used to put boards inside the adhesive rubber thing and use it as a ladder along with the cable to climb up the gully wall.
So my guy was going to leak enough feeling.
It's a good question to ask me.
Jerry, that's when you
because
said that.
Now you can ask me how we get from the...
One in the gully to the Sandy gully big, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
you remember now you have that side gully that run beside Calbeck.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So we jumped down into that gully.
Yeah.
It was, and then we jumped into the Sandy gully.
Yeah.
And then go across and go towards the
can't beat the Sandy gully.
Yeah, don't do the Sandy gully. Yeah.
So you say what bad man? If you fall a catch you know. But you want them thing you have to fall gonna work.
Yeah, so my guy was suffering my talk about film.
Yeah, Jelly, then remember up a Queensbury football field.
Yeah.
You could have walked on the dual pipe, the two big pipe run across.
Man. Yeah.
Remember, sir, right there, so the goalie split two way, you know.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The goalie I come from. Yes.
So right. So you walk over the two pipe, going at the middle part, take a break, and you continue again over the two pipe to the Perkins Boulevard.
That is a risk.
But we used to do that. If you're afraid that I take a drop off.
Yeah. I like that. I'm afraid I know for that. But I sit down on my bottom and scroll.
Well, me used to do it like a crab.
Yeah, man, by your bottom. Exactly.
You have man will stand up, you know, and put them two and out and just walk.
Yeah, man, yeah.
But me, no, too, me afraid of dropping, no, me crouch down and go across.
Exactly. That a man used to work a circus like the Wallenda brothers in my walk, a tightrope.
Oh, my goodness.
Priceless memories, my friend. Priceless.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
If like you say, you wouldn't trade your youthful days in Jamaica for nothing.
No, man. Permacult was a special place, Nicky. So, any other memories, Nicky? Because as we say now, we can look for sad wine it down, you know. Just give me some other fun memories.
Even where Corner League is concerned, what is your most memorable memory of Corner League? Like,
give me a good question.
Before, coming to see the games in the evenings with a packed, full crowd of people.
Yeah.
Just
any game that stood out,
man.
Yeah, any game. Tell me a game or a play will stand out, Nicky. I think I that feel like. Give me a game will stand out to you.
I don't remember any standout game per se, but I know that when I first saw Rest of the World, I was so
in awe of them. And then I really, 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 really enjoyed playing for Covey.
Mm-hmm.
And matter of fact, for the 2 or 3 years that I played with them, we won.
So you didn't play with Paul, was it?
Yes. So
that
was
Paul Rose.
No, Paul Rose. I would have played for El Furto.
Nah, man. Paul Rose used to play for Covey. Him and Richard in the same class at Pembroke.
I think he might have been either after me. It might have been after me. I think.
Yeah,
after I left in '81, so and I wasn't too familiar with anybody after that.
Mm-hmm.
But for the 3 years that I played,
the man that left school already.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Bigger man that for me.
Yeah.
But him the dangerous, so he's a play right wing. He's a little slim brother.
Yeah.
The name kind of sound familiar though.
Yeah, man. I Kobe him live one too, you know.
You remember Kobe have 2 teams in the field, that may I tell you.
Yeah, but no jelly, but the Kobe him used to play for. No Elfredo.
Maybe you're right. I remember. I know you're talking though. He might want to.
And dark skin man and
have a younger brother.
And kind of want to look like busy signal in our way.
Yeah. I know you're talking, man. You have a younger brother. Me and him go in a primary school together. And you have some sister go to primary school. The road. I
exactly even ask Rich about him what day.
Yeah, I know you're talking, man.
Yeah, man. Remember I said them man there. Cause Favs is behind them man there.
Yeah. He was older than we. But Nicky probably younger than Nicky. Cause I remember Nicky born 90.
Yeah.
So Nicky probably not remember him.
No, I don't remember him.
Nicky probably not remember.
I think it's after my time.
I know it's funny because 81, I think in 81 enough people left Pembroke.
True.
Yeah,
man. After 80 election, everybody said, boy, had time for pack up and leave, you know.
That was a clean out time. Yeah.
Yeah, man, enough migration take place after the election.
Yes.
You remember that?
But I never really left because I really left for school, you know.
Oh, really? You got a scholarship?
Well, I tell you what happened now. And I don't know if you remember Bartolo, maybe not, because you were...
Who that?
Bartolo, that lived on
yeah, I remember that name, man. I say Nicky. I think I didn't even come back to my mind now. Yeah, but go ahead.
So, Bartolo, he knew that I was going to CAS doing pharmacy.
Mm-hmm.
And a relative who lived in the States gave him an application from Long Island University, School of Pharmacy. And he wasn't interested. So he brought the application and gave it to me.
Mm.
Wow.
And I applied. But because Long Island University knew that CAS pharmacy students was very talented because they had some before who was there ahead of me,
mm-hmm.
they had no problems accepting me. So they accepted me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's so I go get my visa, got the visa, and I left. I landed in the US. I landed in the US the Saturday,
mm-hmm.
and the Monday I was in class.
Yeah, cool.
Wow.
Well, it wasn't. The good thing is I gradually went into the cold because I got in September.
You lucky, Nicky.
Yes. And it gradually got cold, you know.
It gradually get cold by you.
As the December approached. Yeah, so...
We made a mistake of coming foreign at the cold to right. I said, yo, I have to run the fit. I said, I'm in Florida, Nicky. The cold never get gradual for me. We leave the heat at Jamaica. And then in December,
I almost came back in because I was there by myself.
Yeah.
No family, nothing, just me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I said to myself, you know what? It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, you got to opportunity might as well make use of it.
Because my parents them spend the money, and you know them would love to see me get this thing done.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So there's no way in heck that happen.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and for the record, you remember Bartolo right name? Because I remember I'm nicknamed that, right?
Bartolo is his right name, you know. That's his last name. I can't remember his first name.
Yeah, Roots, I got hear that and Carrick about that.
But it's them was one of the richest people in Permacult.
One of the what?
They were one of the richest people in Permacult.
Yeah, really, yeah?
Yeah.
Where you used to live?
On Aqualita, very nice house on Aqualita.
Yeah, man, because Aqualita, originally, you know, I can tell you something here about that, because some man who live at Permacult older than me, or rather yet, they say originally Permacult was built, you know, it was a difference between 3-bedroom and 2-bedroom, you know.
Right.
I know, but Aqualita Ville, you know, like...
They lived like about 2 or 3 houses down from a track that you walk through. Between Aqualita and Permacult Drive.
Yeah. You know the track.
Right, a Methodist church.
Beside the church.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nice house, man.
Jelly, I bet you any money I said, man, we do construction.
Mm-hmm.
And them you see, the house, there's like, they make the house look unattractive outside, but when you go inside, you know some money I spend.
Like a palace.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, it used to do construction, because I used to got a dump truck parking in the yard.
Yeah.
I think Derek Mitchell father was the 2 heavyweight on the street.
Yeah, as they call the name, Nicky, I remember the name, man, Bart Bloodfire.
Yeah.
Legend in the car.
Nice guy.
Girl, and Bart Loaf.
I think he went to Arden.
Yeah, I don't know which could be a bigger man for me and all big, but I remember the name, man. A legendary name from Permacult, that man. I tell you, when you call the name, that's rotted. Them name they come out.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, now, Nicky, any closing remark before we wrap this up? Because this is a wonderful conversation now. Because Phil, any closing question and a closing remark you think we can ask, Nicky?
Well, I think basically what did it, you know, because really, you know, the primary goal is the football history.
Yeah.
And that was my main concern. Because as a man who played the Canada League, that's was the reason why I don't want to know if there was any particular game was stand out for him. You know, what him says is true, because every game actually was that good, you know.
Yeah, man.
That's why I say... That's why every Sunday there was a crowd.
A triple.
If it wasn't good, you're not in a crowd. Remember I said, Remember some man from you and then and Queensberry. Cause I think one time Queensberry did bring all that team in the latter days, I think. Yeah, everybody used to come to Pembroke Hall for watch ball. That was like, oh, you that said, boy, it's like you're there Friday now, you look forward for go movie every Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, every Sunday, I'm on dying for Corner League start.
At the time, movie, may I ask Nicky about this? When Pembroke Hall is just building up, Boulevard have a drive-in theater. You remember it?
Yeah, man.
All right, tell me about that. When that shut down, because remember we used to stand up on my roof.
Oh, you know where that used to the jelly?
Or the cheese factory, let me know it there.
Yeah. Right across the
over there industry.
Yeah. So tell me about that, Nicky.
Right across from Upper Bible Church.
Yeah, but you ever go over that? Then it was the driving theater over Pembroke Hall over.
Never been over there, but the thing is, my mother she was special, My mother was special. She tried to introduce me to everything. And, I remember her walking down to the boulevard with myself and my cousin. And we watched the movie, but we couldn't hear anything because, you have to read after going.
Yeah.
To hear. But a couple of nights, I think, she took us to watch the movie, Yeah, but she was the one who make sure I did music and all that. She was kind of different.
Yeah, but you see, that's why you think the way you think, because she gave you options.
Yeah. She was kind of different.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, sure, Nicky.
So what is good for you?
So any closing remark, Nicky, before as Mr. Ruth say, no final remark. Ruth changed my mind on that and said that's a closing remark. We don't have final thoughts. Any closing remark, Nicky, before we close this out?
Well, as I said before, when I first saw and listened to the podcast you had with Roots, I was so impressed. And I got impressed because when I listened to the love and the nostalgia that you and Henny had for PR, I said, man, this is very interesting because I kind of feel the same way too. So it was just so refreshing and enlightening to listen to both of you conduct that podcast, and I too would love to see Permacult get to a nice place again. I hope that the effort that Ruth is trying to put together can come off, because I think it would really help the community.
Beer some fruit.
And I do hope that in the long run, not only with Permacult benefit, but I do hope that eventually the rest of the country can catch on, so we can have some options for these kids, because the place is such a beautiful, amazing place with a lot of talent, and we just can't afford to make the talent go to waste doing one thing that is just really draining it and not being productive in a positive way. We need positive production. I'm not going to stand aside and criticize Jamaica and say all kind of stuff and not try to, instead of me trying to help in a positive way, I stand aside and criticize. That doesn't make any sense. Places are too special and too lovely for us to all stand aside and do that. I'm telling you, the rest of the world envious, because they know we have something special. Well, we don't realize how special as something we have. And the day we realize that, it'll be a different place. So I'm hoping that, we will eventually get to a better place. I think there's a lot of people trying, but things takes time. It takes time. I mean, we're still a young nation. We're 60-something years old.
Yeah.
So it takes time.
I fully endorse what you said, Nicky, but just all remember, it starts with the man in the mirror, You look into yourself and say, what you can do.
Yeah.
And not what next man I look for something nobody else can do. I say, if I don't look on this, I say, what we can do for this, What we can do for build Permacult. I didn't want to use the word a political overtone, but make Permacult great again. What we are going to...
Yes, DJ.
But no, I know that in the film. I say, what we can do for make Permacult
restore its glory.
Exactly, Phil. Exactly. So I have the same sentiments, but it starts with the man in the mirror every time, you know.
Yes.
Every time, you know. I just what you can do.
That first step.
Yeah, man. But I look and I say, Nick, man, I got to what you gonna do? What you gonna do yourself? That's something I look and do. You get $5 or $10 every month, whatever. Whatever. What you gonna do and you start a program and you have a fully accounted and man I look at it and you know say and then a joke thing. And we'll build a legacy. We're 50 years from now when none of there. When we say right, it will be a great thing, you know. A great thing for our community.
It can be done, man.
Of course it can be done.
Once you do it and do it with transparency,
exactly.
People are buying
exactly.
I know Jamaica known for scamming, so we have to make sure transparency is a must. And just give 1 hour 13 years.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But that's how I have full transparency, I feel. That's the whole thing. Full transparency.
All the time.
Full transparency. That we know. Anyway, Nicky.
Yeah.
This is a blast, you know, my brother. You come on today. A short notice. I'm glad you come on because guess what?
Yeah.
I'm going to just brush this up and now I edit it out. And this will come on tonight. So you can go within an hour this I got up and you can
I'm so grateful.
You can go and spread the word of this because once something come out every week for just go and pick up Permacult or something. Because I love Permacult. That's the whole idea about it. We just love Permacult here, sir. Because it give me and when it give Phil, that's one of the greatest memories of man. I tell you, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
I don't think there's a original Pembroke person that would deny that.
Exactly, Phil. Exactly. So
it played a pivotal part in them life.
And you notice, all of us passed through the primary school, you know.
Yes.
But that's the thing.
They have so much love and respect.
Yeah, man.
Admiration.
The teacher them name Miss Scott, Miss Briscoe, Miss Gusk. All the teacher them name, man. I tell you, man. Miss Thompson, the principal, Miss Campbell. All them remember like yesterday, man. I tell you.
Miss Roland.
Yeah.
Can't go on and on, Phil. I don't know the teacher about Permacult, the special teacher them, man. Permacult primary, so we know.
Yeah.
We know the legacy, man. We don't know the legacy.
Miss Carol.
Phil, we can't go on and on. We can't go on and on, my brother. We can't go on and on.
Yep.
It's endless, my friend. It's endless.
Anyway, Mr. Nicky, this was great. And Phil, appreciate this because enough more members of what talk about every week. We just try.
Yeah, man. Jelly. It's timeless, cause I just say, you see like how Nicky hear this and fall in love with it, the same thing that happen.
Enough man I hear him,
With 20 other Pembroke.
For the record, you know, this is not about us man alone, you know. Do man them need to come up and step up, come get them Pembroke members because
yeah, man.
They want to feel them perspective, but more a year. We not leave them out here. We not leave them out Nicky.
No,
man. About
because
Pembroke,
them have the most interesting stories, because they have a special way of presenting things.
Yeah, man, exactly. From perspective are different. I know what exactly.
I'm telling you, man.
Exactly.
Yes, their perspective is amazing.
Come again, Phil.
Yeah. What the time you said they don't have bus terminal. I admire the player them because you don't know that football.
Exactly.
But you know something. As you said that, I'll tell you now. You know, from what I can remember, because me know, and I'm married to one of them too. Permacult has some of the most beautiful girls. No, it's true, you know. If you remember, if you
because it was a diverse community.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. No, I know where you talk, Nicky, because I see about like it. I'm married to a Permacult girl, so I know.
Okay, I got you.
She come a Permacult later than we, but me know.
Jelly is a self-contained community, my friend.
You know, if you go outside of Permacult, forget where you are. No, exactly.
No, you don't have to. A lot of beautiful girls live in Permacult.
Yeah, man. I'm going to leave it on a note then, because we can't better than that. I'll leave it right.
Exactly.
Right. Anyway, Phil.
Man.
Now, hear me. Now, man. Nicky.
It was a pleasure.
This is a great one here,
sir. It was
a
pleasure.
I'm going to put this out right away. I'm going to just edit this up and send this out right away. And we talk,
okay.
Nicky. Thanks. Phil. Later.
Yeah, man. Take care.
Yeah, man. Cool. Yeah, man. Cool.
Okay. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Permacult Memories podcast. And remember to give us all the support you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. A special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, I would not be able to do what I love doing every week, having memorable conversation about Pembroke Hall. Thanks.